Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us for day 3 of the ever-growing guitars event, Guitars Auction Day 3. Today welcome to friendly faces in the room, friendly faces returning to us who've been committed with us all week. Thank you very much for coming back. Welcome to bidders as well on both, all three rather, internet platforms. We've got saleroom.com, GH Live, our own platform, and Easy Live Auctions. Just a reminder, you will have completed registration, including surcharges, fees, etc., all made very clear to you on your registration to those online platforms. So be aware, do your sums, make sure you're fully aware of the final price that you'll be paying as you're healthily bidding away today. But much appreciated your presence with us today. Hundreds out there showing interest, as well as our YouTube live feed, audio video feed on both platforms, and yeah, we appreciate it very much. Waffling on, I'm going to start straight away. So we start with 1151 today, which is first of a few cases. You've bought your guitars already. Time to take them home in a nice new case. So 1151 Gear 4 Music Tweed acoustic guitar case. I have bids against you online on absentee, so £25 bid. You're coming back on saleroom.com for 30. Asking 30 now, £25 now, bid 30 bidder in the room, thank you, 30. I'm out, you're in, sir, £30, asking 35. At £30, we're selling 30, all done at 30, 35 here, 40, 45 then we're asking. £40 bid back in the room, it's against you. Online, internet, you're coming back for 45, selling at 40, all done at 40. 40, sir, thank you, 302. 1152 Gator acoustic guitar case. As described there with measurements, I have absentee interest as well, so up to 45, I have 50, I'll go 50 against you internet, coming back for 55. £50 bid here, asking 55 now. At £50, selling, my bidder against us all, £50. £50, bidder 2041. 1153, we have the Burns branded Hiscox electric guitar case. The hard case there, £35 bid away, up to £35. On the saleroom.com was in first, thank you, 35 coming back, GH Live for 40. £40 bid and 5, £40 now, 45 back. Against you on the saleroom.com, are you coming back for 45? It's with GH Live at 40 and we're selling then at £40. £40, thank you, 2864. 1154 Gibson SG electric guitar hard case. And we're bidding away on the internet, 65, 70, thank you, 70 bids. 75 we're asking now. £70 here, GH Live at 70, asking 75. At £70 then, 75, new bid at 75. Going back for 80, £75. Still online at 75, do we see 80 anywhere else? £75. To 155. 1155, we have the Fender Pro Series Strat oblique Telly electric guitar hard case. And lots of bids flying in. Absentee, irrelevant. We're bidding away online at 110. 110 now bid. 110, do we see 120? Bid at 110 now, asking 120. GH Live, internet is at 110. Do we see 120 elsewhere? We're selling at 110 here. 2430. 1156, we have 4 Gibson USA electric guitar gig bags, 4 in the lot there. And we're bidding 50, 55, 55 bids, 65 now up to 65. Do we see 70? £70, thank you, 75. 80 we're jumping. 85, sir. 85, 90. Room 85, coming back internet 90, 95. £100 we're asking now. At 95, 100, 100 bid, 110. 110, 120 then. 110 still in the room asking 120. At £110, it's against you internet, coming back 120, 130. Thank you, sir. 130, 130 we're going online, 130. Do we see 140 now? At 130. GH Live at 130. All done are we, and selling 130. 2080. 1157, we have the SKB Explorer oblique Firebird type electric guitar hard case, and we're bidding away online, thank you, 50 and 5. £60 bid. Do we see 5 now? £60 asking 5. At £60, We'll sell then. 65 going, new bidder online. 65 and 70. £70 bid, 70 and 5. £70 asking, 75. Have £70 bid now. Do you see 75 all done as 70? £70, 2077. 1158 SKB Explorer, the next Explorer oblique Firebird electric guitar hard case, and we're away at 55 and 60 again. Thank you there. £60 internet bid at 60. Do we see 5? And we do at 65 and 70. £70 bid. Do we see 5? £70 now asking 75. At £70 here, internet online at 70. Do we see 5? All done at 70 and selling. £70. 10057. 1159, we have the Kinsman Oblong electric guitar hard case, and we're bidding away 25, 25 bid, 30, 30 now online, 30, do we see 5? 35 bid, do we see 40 now? At 35 here, GH Live Internet at 35, do we see 40? At 35, all done at 35 and selling, £35. 2077. 1160, Fender USA Strat oblique Telly electric guitar hard case, lot 1160 is coming up there, and we're bidding away at 75, 80, jump in 100, and 10, 110 bid, do we see 120, at 110 on the internet, do we see 120, 120 bid, 130, at 120, coming back for 130, 130, 140, at 130 then. GH Live at 130, asking 140, 140 elsewhere, final call for 140, £130, 3031. 1161, we have Hiscox Light Flight acoustic guitar hard case. 40 away, 45, 45, 50 and 5, 55, 60, 5, 65 and 70. £65 now. 65 only more for 65, 70, £70 bid. 70 asking, 75 now. At £70 here on the internet, do we see 75? At £70, we're selling at 70. £10. Thank you, 2966. 1162 is a 1990s Gibson Chet Atkins model guitar hard case, and bids on GH Live 35, 40, 40, 45 at £40 now, holding at 45, new bid at 45, 50, 45 asking 50, bid at 45, 50, 50 there you are at 50, 55 then, at £50 asking 55, selling at 50, last chance all done at 50. 2155, yeah. Thank you. 1163. We have the 1980s Gibson ES335 electric guitar hard case, and we have bids online at 45, kicking us off. Thank you. 45 asking 50 now. £45, 50 and 5, 55 and 60. £55 now. Do we see 60? £60 bid and 5 asking 65 now. £60 then. Internet bid 60 asking 65. Final call. Hammers here going down at £60. 37. 1164 is a 1970s Gibson hard case. Period case here for an ES175 or similar. I have absentee interest here at £60. Against you, Easy Live, 65. I'm out now, we're going online. Internet 70 and 5, 75, 80, 80, 85. £80 now. Internet bid at 80, asking 85 there. £80 then. Hammer's going down here, selling at 80. We're not, we're going 85 now. Come back for one more for 90. £85. GH Live at 85. All done at 85. 2853. 1165 is a 1990s Gibson ES335 electric guitar hard case, and we're away at £50. Thank you. £50 bid on 5. 55, 60. 55 now, asking 60. Coming back for 60. One more for 60. £55, 60. There you are. £60 bid. Asking 65 now then. Are we done at £60? Selling at 60, all done. Final call, 65, we're jumping 70. £70 internet, 70 bid. Asking 75 now. At £70, don't miss it for one more. 75, there we are, 75 and 80. £75 now. Final call for any 80s. We're selling at 75. To 155. 1166, we have the Gibson Les Paul electric guitar hard case. It's fully described there for you. And we're racing away at 95. £100 bid at 110, 110, 110, 120 asking. At 110 I have bid here, 120 do we see? At 110, all done at £110 and selling. Hammers down at 110. 2, 2, 3, 4. 1167 with the 1980s Gibson ES335, the next one of these, the period electric guitar hard case. And at £80 we're away online, thank you. And five, 90. £85 bid. Do we see 90 then? £85 on the internet, 85 and selling at 85. Too quick for me again, sorry. What's the number? Thank you. 1168 is the Faith parlour-sized acoustic guitar hard case. And I have absentee interest. And we're going online now. I'm out. You're in online at 40 and 5. £45 bid. 45 to C50. 45 now. GH Live online at 45 to C50. Elsewhere all done at £45. 45 2077. 1169 1980s Gibson 16-inch acoustic archtop guitar hard case. £70 we're straight in with interest on the saleroom.com here. 70 asking 5 now. £70, 75, 80, 80, 85. £80 with GH Live and 5 going online 90, 95, £90 here, they're coming back for 95. At £90 all done at 90 and selling at £90, 5, 100, £100 bid. Do we see 110? All done at £100 are we? Final call for 110, selling at 100. 2155. 1170 is the CF Martin acoustic guitar hard case, and we have absentee interest as well, so against you online at 50, coming back for 55 are we? £50 against you online. It's with me, my bidder here, absentee commission at 50, asking 5, 55, 55. I've got 60, coming back for 65 are we? 65 you are. £70 bid here, asking 75. That's £70 then. Still my absentee commission at £70, all done at 70 and selling at 70. My bidder, £70, 2508. 1171 is the acoustic guitar hard case. As described with the other period 50s/60s Selmer acoustic guitar hard case, 2 in the lot. And absentee interest again, so on their behalf against you on the internet, I'm in at 50. Coming back for 55, are we? 55 you are. I've got 60 though, you're coming back for 65. £60 my bidder here against you on the internet, coming back for 65. At 60 then, all done, final call, 65, there you are, 65. I go 70, any more for 75 then? I've got 70 here against you on the internet again, are you coming back? Final chance, 75, 80, I've got 80, absentee here at 80, asking 85, tempt you for one more for 85, at 80 then, final call, hammers here going down at 80, 85 on the hammer, it's with you on the internet, £85, we'll see 90. I'm out, you're in, GH Live at 85, selling at 85. That's internet 2052. 1172 is a 1990s Gibson Les Paul electric guitar hard case. And bids are flying in and racing up to £100, top estimate 110, 120, 130, 140. 150 I've got now here on the internet, 150. Do we see 160 at 150? GH Live online at 150. All done and selling at £150. 2204. 1173 we have the Rickenbacker 320, a 320 electric guitar case. And at £50 we're away on the internet, taking the bid of 50. Any more for this one? At £50, 55, 65, 70. Jumping now, 70. £80 I have. 85 now bid. 85, going back for 90. At 85 here on the internet, 85. Selling at 85, all done, are we? 85. 2417. 1174 is the Westfield SG electric guitar hard case, and the other for the Gibson Memphis 335. 2 in the lot there at £50 we have away online, thank you. £50 bid, do you see 55? 55, yes we do, 55 bid, 60, 60 and 5 at £60 bid, asking 5 now at £60, 65 we have, 65 bid, 70 we have now bid, asking 75 at 70 now. On the internet at £70, GH Live here at 70, all done, final call, 75, we're still going, 75, asking 80 at 75, GH Live, battle now, 2 bidders online, internet, £80 bid, 80, asking 85 now. At £80, ordered at 80, final call, hammers here at 80. 2114. 1175 with the 1960s Gibson Les Paul SG Junior fiberboard case, And at 75, 75 bid now, asking 80. At 75, 80, 85, 85 bid 90. 5, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 140 bid, 150. At 140 then, holding at 140, 150, 150. We're still going 150, asking 160 now. Bid at 150. On the internet at £150 and selling at 150 to 155. 1176, we have the Fender G&G Telecaster Stratocaster electric guitar hard case, and internet away at 55, 60 and 5, 65. We're going now 65, asking 70, 65 bid, 70 and 5, 75, 80, 85, 85 bid, 90. At 85, we're asking 90 now. At 90, still going 95, 95 bid, £100 bid, 110. At £100 I have now, asking 110. Any more for any more on this one at 100, 110, 110 bid, 120. They're back at 120. Do we see 130 now? At 120, GH Live at 120. Do we see 130? Final call then. Are we done? All done at £120. 2077. 1177 with the CF Martin 16-inch acoustic guitar hard case. Interest flying in on the internet 50, 5, 55, 60, 60, 65 now. £60 bid. Do we see 5? At £60 holding. All done are we at 60, 5, 70, 70 and 5. At £70 then, selling at 70, all done at 70. 3029. 1178 Taylor Guitars 16-inch acoustic guitar hard case. And 40, 5, 45 now, 50, 50 and 5. 55, 55, thank you, 60. 55 now holding to see 60, asking £60. At £55 here on the internet, asking 60. Final call for 60. 55, 2557. $11.79 with the 1990s Gibson ES335 electric guitar hard case. 50 away, 5, 60, thank you, 65, 70, 70 bid now, do see 5. At £70 asking 75. At £70 then. Holding at 70, do see 75. Final call for 75. 2346. Thank you. 1180, we have the Fender Tele Stratocaster electric guitar hard case. Circa 1966, good period on this one. And lots of interest, so I have absentee interest against you online. I'm going at 300. Do we see 320? I've got £300 bid here, absentee interest at 300. Do we see 320? 320, 340. We go 340 if you like. 320, it's against you on the internet. Still my bidder. 340 we're asking at £320. At 320, give you a moment, come back. Don't miss this for one more. Don't miss your opportunity at 320. We're asking 340. Final call for any 340s. My bidder, 320. That's bidder 40. 40. 1181, we have the Fender Red Label Stratocaster Telecaster electric guitar hard case. And we're away up to bidding straight in, auto bids flying in, live bids, £80, 5, £85 now. Do we see 90? At £85 now here. Do we see 90? Holding at 85, final call, 90, 90, 95. 95 we have bid. Do we go 100? We're going to make 100 now. £100 we're asking. At 95, 100. £100 bid. 110, 110. They're back at 110. Do we see 120? At £110 asking 120. Final call for 120. Hammers here, we're selling 110. 21. 1182 is the Hiscox Light Flight electric guitar hard case. The next of these, and at 40, we're away online, thank you. £40 bid, and 5, 45 now, 45 bid, 50. At 45, we're asking £50. At 45, 50, we've got 50 bid, 55 bid now, 55 asking 60. At 55, we see 60. 55 then, internet bid at £55 and selling at 55. 55 to you, 2077. 1183 is the Epiphone Dreadnought acoustic guitar hard case. And we're straight in at 35, 35, thank you, 40, 45 now, 50, £45 bid, do we see 50, 45, 50, 55, 55, do we see 60 now, at £55 selling at 55, all done at 55, 1 below 74. 1184, we have the 1970s Aria SB1000 bass guitar hard case. Period case here, and at 40 we're away, £45 bid, do we see 50? 45 now, asking 50. 55 now, bid 60, we're asking. £55 we have. Do we see £60? At £55, hammer's going down. No, we're not, we're going £60 bid. Do we see 65 now? 65 we do, asking 70. 65 now bid, do we see £70? At £65, 70, still going, £70 bid. Do we see 75 then? Coming in for 75 over there, £70 bid, asking 75, final call for any 75s. £70. 2609. 1185 with the 1980s 5-star cases bass guitar hard case, and at £20 we're away, taking a bid, selling at £20. £20 we see anymore, 25, yes we do, 30. £30 we have now, asking 35. Bid at 30, do we see 35 now? £30 then, all done at 30. 35. Don't let's go for one more. £40 bid, and 5. At £40 then, final call, any 45s coming in. £40 bid, selling at 40. 2485. 1186 with the Hiscox electric guitar hard case, as described, for a Strat or a Tele type guitar, and at £60 we're up to already. 65 bid, 70. Hovering on the sale room, you're coming in. We're 65 here, asking 70 then, final call for 70. We're selling at 65, 70. Jumping now, 75, do we see 80? £75 now, asking 80. Final call for any 80s. Selling at 70. 75 rather. 75, 2046. 1187, 2 coffin case electric guitar gig bags. Coffin case branded gig bags there, and at £20 we're away. Taking a bid of 20. Do we see 25? £20 bid, do we see 25? 25 bid now, asking 30. Online at 25. Do we see 30? 2 for the 25. All done at 25, are we? £25. 2077. And 1188 is the CF Martin Dreadnought acoustic guitar hard case, and absentee interest as well. So against you online, I'll go straight in at 60. Going back for 5. I've got 70, asking 75 now. 75 are we? At £70, still my bid against the internet, against all 75. I've got 80, go one more for 85 if you'd like. £80 bid, my bid absentee, on commission here, against both internet platforms. 85, you're in online, I'm out now, you're in GH Live at 85, do we see 90? Selling in at 85, internet bid at £85. That's 85, 2268. 1189 with the electric guitar hard case, and the 1970s period bass guitar hard case, 2 in the lot there. £30 are away. £30 GH Live online at 30, do we see 5? £30 bid, do we see 35 now? At 30, we'll sell then. Internet bid at 30, 35 we're going. 35, do we see 40? At 35 now, do we see £40? £35 are selling at 35. 2485. 1190 with the oblong electric guitar hard case, and we're straight in online at 20. Do we see 5? Yes we do. 25, 30, £30 bid, do we see 5 now? At £30 do we see 35? 35 bid, do we see 40? GH Live at 35, do we see £40 then? 40 we're still going. £40, 45 at 40. GH Live online 45, 45, 50, 45 now, do we see 50? Bid at 45, we're asking 50. Final call for 50. Hammers here, we're going to sell at £45. 45. 2038. Are you collecting, sir?
Yeah.
You want to go through along the end of the corridor next door?
That one?
Yeah, last door on the left.
Yeah.
1191. Vintage bass guitar hard case, 1191. And coming up on the screens, there we go. £35 are away online, 35, 45, 50, 50 bid, 55. £50 now, GH Live at 50, do we see 55? Online, internet bid at 50, do we see 55? Final call for £55. £50 there. 55, we're still going in time. Came in as the hammer's falling. 55, we're still open. £55 coming back for 60. At £55 now, do we see 60? Selling then. 60, they're back. 60, thank you. 65, sorry about that. £60 bid, do we see 5 now? At £60 then. Final call, 65, they're still going. 65, still going. Let's go for one more. Don't miss out. Coming back for 70, are we? £65 I have now bid on the internet at 65 to see 70. Final call, all done. That's 65, 2485. 1192 is the Pro Tech compressed foam bass guitar case, as well as the oblong bass guitar case and the wooden guitar case. So 3 in the lot, and at £30 we're away. 35 bid, 40, going online 40, 5, 45, 50, 50, 55. At 50 now, asking 55. At £50, we'll sell then at 50. Final call for 55, all done at 50. 2038. 1193 is the acoustic hard case suitable for a 16-inch bout guitar, and we're a bid away at £20. 25, taking the 25 now. 25 bid, 30. 25 now. Do we see 30? 25 GH Live. We're selling at 25. Make no mistakes, this is going selling at £25. 30. 30 we have bid now. Coming back for 35, are we? At £30. All done at 30 and selling at 30. 1194, 3 guitar gig bags, including the Fender and 2 Pure Tone gig bags there, and the keyboard gig bag as well, 4 in the lot at 18 and 20. 20 bid and 5, 25 now. 25 bid, asking 30 at 25 here, asking 30, £30 in the room, 30, 35, they're back, 40, £40 bid now. Room against the internet, coming back for 45. We have £40 bid here against the internet, against us all now, £40. 40's for you, sir, 302, thank you. 1195 pre-CBS Fender Jazzmaster oblique Jaguar electric guitar hard case, and owned there by the renowned artist Adrian Utley. A bit of provenance there to this case. Lot 1195. Like we start this one at 130, 140. We'll take the 150 if you like. At 140 now, we see 150 to be in. At £140, we see 150. Final call for 150. No bids on 150 there. All done at £140. On to 1196, 3 acoustic guitar cases, to include the Lag High Vibe case, compressed foam case, and a semi-rigid case as well. 3 there for 30, 30 bid for 35, 40, £40 bid now, asking 45. Internet bid at 40, do we see 45 for any more? 45, still going 45, thank you, 50, 50, 55, at £50 now bid, asking 55. At 50, all done are we, final call selling at £50. 1197 we move to is the Fender Red Label bass guitar hard case, and we're straight in online at 30, racing up to 80, 90, jumping 110, 110, 120, 120, 130 at £120 now. Internet here at 120, do we see 130? At 120, final call, last chance for 130 if you'd like, selling at 120. 2046. 1198 is the ESP electric guitar hard case, and we're bid away at 25 and 30. £30 bid. Do we see 35? 35. Thank you in the room. 35 against the internet. Coming at the same time. We're asking 40. So room bid £35. Back of the room against GH Live. Coming back for 40, are we? Yes, we are. 40. 45. 45. 50. 45 bid. Coming back for 50. Yes, 50 bid. 55. 55 and 60. 55 then, holding against you on the internet. We're in the room at 55 and selling at 55. 60 as the hammer's falling. I'm at 60. You go 65. Sorry, that has happened. £65. You're back in the room at 65. Hurry along online. Final call for 70 if you'd like. £65.
308.
Thank you very much. 1199 Fender Stratocaster Telecaster electric guitar hard case, and racing away 80, 90, £100 and 10, 120, 130, 140 at £130 now. Holding online at 130. Do we see 140 now? At 130, 140, 140. We're bid 150 at 140. We're going one more for 150 at 140 now. On the internet, GH Live at 140. We're selling at 140. That's to 2262. Lot 1200 is the Hiscox Light Flight acoustic guitar case. A couple of these in the sale, aren't there? And we have interest away. My absentee interest is irrelevant. We're jumping up to 55, 65 now, asking 70. £65 bid. Internet at 65. Do we see 70? We're asking £70 now. £70 we have bid. Do we see 75? At 75 now, asking 80. 75 then, GH Live online at 75, or done at 75, 80, still going, £80 bid, coming up for 85, yes you are, 85, 90, at 85, final call for 90, all done at £85, 85, 2763. 1201 is the 1970s cutaway acoustic guitar hard case. Got 1201, and could be to try for 20. Try me for 20. Take 20 on this one. Who's going to start me at 20? 20. £20 bid. GH Live at 20. Thank you. 20. We're taking the bid. It's a selling bid. Get this one gone at 20. Do we see 25 at £20 now on the internet? £20. All done. We're selling at 20. It's going. 202077. 1202. Hiscox Light Flights, the thin line electric guitar hard case. And I have absentee interest as well. And against you, internet, I will go 45. Do we see 50? At 45 now, do we see 50? My bidder here at 45. Do we see 50? All done at £45. 45. That's my bidder 2480. 1203 is a 1960s period Noton luggage semi-rigid guitar case, and with interest away at 20. £20 bid and 5. 25 I have now. 25 do we see 30? Yes we do. 30. 35. They're back. 35 asking 40 now. Have 35 now bid. 40. 40 we have bid. 40 asking 45. Bid at 40. Do we see 45? Final call. Last chance if you'd like 45 at £40 then. 2077. 1204, 6 Washburn guitars posters. Something a little different from cases now. 6 Washburn guitars posters, endorsed artists, etc. And the amplification poster, the Randall brand there. Posters galore at 1204. Can we start on this one? We see 20. 20 for the posters, 2020. Try me for 10 then if you'd like. Get these gone for 10. £10 for the posters, £10 bid. GH Live at 10. Do we see 12? 10, 12. We have 12 now. Come in for 15. £12 we see 15. There's a lot there for your money. 15, 18, 15. Come back for one more for 18 shortly. £15 then. All done. Hammers here. 18, 18 and 20. Try for 20 if you'd like. £18. Final call for 20. All done. We're selling 18. That's 2717. 1205. We have the Paul Reed Smith electric guitar hard case. We're back to cases like 1205. The 1985 period, and at 220, 240. 260, 280, 300 if you'd like. At 280 now, do we see 300? £280, we see 300. Last chance for £300. Hammer's going down here at 280. Final call for any 300s. On to 1206 is the Hercules 5-way guitar stand, the folding guitar stand there, and a useful piece of kit. 35, 40, 40 bid, 45, £40, 5, 45 now bid, 50. 45 now, we're asking 50. I have £45 now. Internet bid at 45. We're selling. All done our way. 45. Bid still open. 50. We're at 50 now. Asking 55. You're coming back on GH Live. It's against you. We're still open there. In time at 50. Final call for 55. £50. 2838. 1207, mixed lot of various items, mandolin unbranded there, clip-on guitar microphone, condenser, Samson microphone as well, music ledge stand there as well, and interest away at 50, 5, 60, going online now. I'm out, you're in. 65 and 70, £70 bid. Do you see 5 now? 5 we do. 80 at 75 now, we're asking 80. At 75 then, good little lot there. 75, selling at 75, all done. £75. 2777. 1208, Gear 4 Music, 8-position suitcase folding guitar rack. Good things these, aren't they? Good value for money at 40. I have 45. I'll go 50 if you'd like. Come back for 55. You are in. I'm out. 55. It's with you on the internet. £55. 60. 60, sir. 60 bid in the room now. It's against you on the internet. Coming back for 65. Yes, you are. 70. 75 we're asking now. Bid at 70. Asking 75. At 70 then. We're selling. You're sir at 70. 302. Thank you. 1209, 2014 Lola mini humbucker guitar bridge pickup. Together with another mini humbucker type guitar pickup there. Lot 1209 and bidding away whilst I'm introducing the lot at 70, 5, 80, 80 now, 85 do we see? £80 bid. On the internet, 80. Do we see 85 then? All done at 80 and selling at 80. 2884. 1210, we have the Skirtler transducer. Probably murdered that pronunciation. Transducer guitar pickup. Boxed example there. And we can start this one. Do we see 60? Trying it for 60 to get started at 60. Do we see 60, 60? 40 then if we must. Try 40, 5, 50. 5, coming back online for 60, 5, 65 now, 70, 65 now, bid, 70, we're going now at 70, seem cheap at 40, £70, we see 5, 75 we do, and 80, 75 now, we're coming back for 80, yes we are, at 80, do we see 85, 85, 90, 85 bid, asking 90, at £85, we have £90 bid, and 5, 95 bid, 100 do we see, 95 now, asking 100, £100 bid, 110, £100, 110, 110 bid, do we see 120, at 110. On the internet at 110, still going 120. 120 bid, do we see 130? £120 then. Selling then, hammers here, we're still going 130, 130, 140 then, are you coming back for 140? 140 bid, 150, 140, asking 150 now. It's GH Live Internet Battle, come back for 150, bid at 150, thank you, 160. 160, don't miss this, don't come this far, thank you very much, 150, do we see 160? Last call for any 160s. Selling then, hammers here, we're selling at 150. 150. 2052. 1211 is the Tone Pros Tuner-matic. Tuner-matic type guitar bridge and posts. Useful for spares and repairs. 20 and 5, 25, bid 30, 35, 35 now, bid 35, do we see 40. 35 here, on the internet 35, do we see 40. Bid at 35 and selling at 35.
Bid.
Bid still open at 40. £40 bid. Do we see 5 now? £40. On the internet, GH Live 40. Coming back for 45. Give you a moment. 45. Yes, you are. We're there, still there. 45. Coming back for 50 then. £45 now. Final call. Hurry along for 50. All done at 45. 45. 2777. 1212 no lot. 1213. We have the pair of Seymour Duncan SM3 mini humbucker guitar pickups, lot 1213, and £60. Shall we start? Asking 60, 60 to be on this, 60, 60 bid, 5, 5, 70, 75, £70 now, do you see 5, £70 and 5, 75 bid, do you see 80, GH Live 75, do you see 80, final call for 80, £80 bid, £80 we have, asking 85 now, coming back online for 85, are we done then? £80 selling at 80, £2884. 1214, we have the selection of guitar spares to include the 70s Telecaster pickup, valves various, groove tubes, etc. And we're straight in at £100 on the internet, thank you there. £100 bid, do we see 110? At £100, GH Live at 100, do we see any more on this one at £100? At £100, we're selling at 100, all done. 2752. 1215, good selection of guitar body templates, includes strap type front and teletype outline, etc. A nice spread, good quality pieces there, and at 45, 45 bid, 50, 45 now, on the internet 45, asking 50 now, at £45 we see 50, final call for 50, we're selling, 45, 2557. 1216 with the quick lock folding rack stand for 7 guitars. And again, with interest online, straight in at £40. £40, thank you, 5, 45, 50, 50, bid, 55, still going 55. Do we see 60? At 55 now, do we see 60? All done. On the internet here at 55, final call for 60. We're bid at 60. Do we see 5 now? £60 bid, do we see 65? At £60 we're selling. We're not, we're going 65 now. Asking 70, 65. Are we done then at 65? Asking 70, final call for 70. 65. To you, 2992. 1217, quick lock folding rack stand for 5 guitars. Another of these. And interest away, I've absentee at 50 against you on the internet. Coming back for 55 if you'd like. £50, my bidder here at 50. Coming back for 5. At £50. 5. I've got 60. Asking 65 now. Commission absentee at 60. Do we see 65? It's against you on the internet. At £60 then. Final call for 65. All done at 60. My bidder, £60. Bidder 9. 1218 folding rack stand for 7 guitars now. And we're away straight in at 30, 5, 40, 5, 50, 55 bid, now 60 do we see? 55 now asking 60, 60 we have, 60 bid, 65 now do we see? Online internet at 60, do we see 65? Ordered at 60 and selling at 60. Bid at 2945. 1219 is the selection of various guitar spares, tuners, we've got headphone amplifier, bridge plates, straps galore, useful spares there, and no doubt costs a lot of money when you break it all down. And we're bid away at absentee interest against you online at 35, coming back for 40, 35 I have, asking 40 now. 35 now, 40, 45, 50, 55, asking 60. I've got 65, you're coming back for one more for 70. Against you online, final call for 70. At £65 then, my bidder on the books here at 65, selling at 65. 2507. 1220 is the selection of guitar strings, including the Fender Elixir and the Ernie Ball, fully described and displayed for you there nicely. And again, absentee interest here, so straight in against you online at 40. £40 bid. I have absentee. Do we see 45? 45? 50? 55? I got 60, 65. Thanks, sir. My bidder then holding at £60. Final call for 65 elsewhere. All done. Selling with my bidder here at 60. 65, as I saw that and I couldn't stop myself. 65. I'm out, you're in. Internet bid. Easy live this time at 65. Do we see 70? On the internet at 65. Last chance for 70. We're selling at £65. That's 65 to 10008. That's enough for me for the moment. Quick swap for auctioneer. David Hare will ascend the rostrum, take you through the remainder of spares and repairs. Thank you.
Where's the sheet? I think it's sheets.
Yeah.
Give me a quick, please. I thought there were the sheets around.
Do that. Don't rush, you're fine.
Yeah, fine. Got my sheets. Still alive.
Still live.
Yep.
Right, I can start today with lot 1221, which is the Ozark main dealer wooden sign together with the stands, method books and cables. I can start today this with a bid on the book at £40. Two bids on the book going at £40, so I see 45. At £40 on the book, do I see 45? 45, you are in, I am now out. Do I see 50? At £45 on the GH Live, do I see 50? At £45, do I see 50 anywhere else? At £45, are we all done here? At £45, £45, 22777. Moving on to lot 1222 is a selection of guitar spares to include a Seymour Duncan guitar pickup with the Wilkinson pickups, etc. as illustrated. I can come in with a lot of interest on the web at £140. Do I see 150? At 140, do I see 150, 150, 160? At £150, I see 160. At £150 on the web at Serbia bid, do I see 160? At £150 on GH Live, do I see 160 coming in or else? At £150, are we all done here? 150 to the same bidder, 2777. 1223 is a 1970s Columbus electric guitar for spares. This is a great project there. I can come in straight on the web at £60. Do I see 65? At £60, do I see 65 coming in anywhere else? At £60, do I see 65? Are we all done here? At £60, 65, 70. At £65, you coming back in? At £65, do I see £70 anywhere else? At £65 on GH Live, do I see 70, 70, 75? At 75, do I see 80? At 75, you're coming back in for 80. At £75, are we all done here? At 75, 80, 80, 85, 85, 85, 90. Do I see 90 coming in anywhere else? At £85. Are you coming back in at £85? £90, do I see? At £85, are we all done here? £85.
Bid.
Late bid, coming back in, 90, 95. Do I see 100 at £95? Do I see 100 at 95? You coming back in for 100? I'll give you a sec. At £95, are we all done here? At £95. £95. £95 to 2371. Lot 1224 is the String Swish Ash folding guitar rack stand. At £30 on the web, I can come straight in. Do I see 35? At £30, it's United Kingdom bid. 35.40. At 35, do I see 40? At 35, do I see 40? At £35 on the web, do I see 40 coming in or else? At £35, are we all done here for the stand? At £35, 35 to 2485. Lot 1225 is a selection of guitar related items to include the PV guitar amplifier and the battery amplifier there by the Dean Markley. I can come in at £50 with 2 bids on the book at £50. Do I see 55? At £50, the bid is with me on the book. Do I see 55? Can I ask 55? You are in. I am now out. It has gone on to the GH Live. Do I see 60? At £55. To Serbia bid there again. 60, 65. You come back in. 65, 65, 70. At £65, you come back in there for 70. Don't miss it for a click. It's a great lot. At £65, do I see 70 coming in here or else? At £65, are we all done here on GH Live? 65 to 2777. At 12.26 is a selection of electric guitar scratch plates for the Music Man, the Tellys, Jazzmaster, etc. There's quite a few in the lot there, as you can see. I can start this at £18, I see 20. At £18, I see 20. £18, you're coming in there, it's a great lot. 20 in the room, thank you very much. Do I see 25? At £20 in the room, make no mistake, it's selling at £20 in the room. And we were done here, £25, 25, 30, sir? 30, 35, £30 in the room, do I see 35? At £30 in the room, make no mistake, it's selling at £30 in the room. £30 sold. 308, £30. Thank you very much, sir. At 12.27 is an approximately 15 bass guitar scratch plates to include jazz P bass, etc. I can come in at £18, I see 20. At £18, do I see 20? £18, do I see 20? It's a great lot. 20, thank you very much. 20, do I see 25? At £20 on the GH Live, do I see 25? At £20 on GH Live, 25 in the room, thank you very much. Do I see 30? At 25 in the room, 30, 35? Thank you. At £30 on the GH Live, do I see 35? At £30 on the web, do I see any more? At £30, all done. £30 to 2884. 12.28 is a selection of various guitar spares and accessories to include a Taylor's guitar preamp, etc. I can come straight in. My bid on the book is out. I am now coming straight on the GH Live at Serbia bid at £90. I see 95. At £90, 95, 100. You coming back in there? You are 100, 110. £100 on the web. £100. Do I see 110? On GH Live, £100. Do I see 110? £100. Do I see 110? Anywhere else? Sarah, me hovering at £100. Are we all done here? £100 to 2777. Lot 12.29 is a selection of guitar accessories again to include the Graphtec string savers, etc. with the trem arm tips. I can come straight in on, my bid is out on the book and go straight in on GH Live at £120. Do I see 130? £120, do I see 130? £120 on the GH Live. It's a great lot there, as you can see, well illustrated. £120, do I see 130 anywhere else? 130 I do, thank you very much. Do I see 140? £130. Do I see 140 anywhere else? £130. Serbia bidder there. 130. Do I see 140? 130 there. It's the same bidder at 2777. Lot 1230 is the 3 Tony Bacon and Paul Day reference books there. I can come straight in there on GH Live at £25. It's a selling bid, make no mistake. At 25, do I see 30? At £25, 30, 35 I do, 35, 40. At £35 is on the GH Live, do I see 40 anywhere else for the books there? At £35, do I see 40? At £35, are we all done here on GH Live? 35 to 2752. Lot 1231 is the Hofner guitar interest with the archive material there. So another great lot. I can come straight in at 75. Do I see 80? At £75, it's a great lot. Do I see 80 coming anywhere else? At £75, do I see 80? Is there any movement on 80? At 75, 80 in the room. Thank you very much. It's a selling bid. Make no mistake. £80 in the room is holding. Do I see 85 coming anywhere else on GH? Sale room, you hovering. At £80, sorry, in the room. It's a selling bid. All done here. £80. 308. Thank you very much. 1232 is the Jim Marshall, the autograph poster there, with the other 2 posters. As you can see, I can start this to weigh £18. I see 20. At £18, I see 20 for the free posters. I do £20, I see 25. At £20 on the GH Live, at £20, I see 25. £20, do I see 25? At £20 on the GH Live, do I see 25? Are we all done here for the posters? £20 to 2077. 1233 is a 1970s DiMarzio Super Distortion humbucker guitar pickup. I can come straight on the GH Live at £30, so I see 35. At £30 there for the humbucker. There I go, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. £50 on GH Live, it's holding. Do I see 55? I do 55, 60. £60 on the GH. Do I see 65? Sorry, are you coming back in there? At £60 on the GH Live. Thank you very much for your bids. Do I see 65? At £60, 65, 70. £65 on the GH there. You're coming back in for a bid, don't miss it. At £65, you're coming back in for 70. At £65, are we all done here for the humbucker pickup? 65 to 2155. 1234 is the Dean Matt Heffy signature bridge guitar pickup. I can come in there straight away on GH Live at £40, so I see 45. At £40, 45, 50. At 45, do I see 50? At 45, you're coming back in there for a bid. At £45, 50 will you do? 50, do I see 55? At 50, do I see 55? At £50 on GH Live, do I see 55? At £50, do I see 55? Are we all done here at £50? All done. £50 to 2077. Lot 1235 is the hip shot palm unit for the guitar, the B bender with the tuner toggle, and it's boxed. I can come in with a lot of interest. There you are at GH Live on £110. So I see 120. 120 I do I see 130. At 120 do I see 130. At 120. 130, don't miss it for a bid. There you are again. Bid in Ireland at 130. Do I see 140? At 130 do I see 140? I do 140. Do I see 150? At 140 do I see 150? Are you coming back in Ireland? At 140 do I see 150? At £140, are we all done here? Are we all done? 140, 2360. Thank you for your bids. Moving on to 1236 is the Koenig and Meyer folding guitar rack stand. Perfect for your guitars if you have bought a few today. And over the week, I can go. I'm straight in at £50 on the GH Live. Do I see 55? At £50, I see 55. At £50 on the GH Live, do I see 55? It's a great stand there. At £50, I see 55. Are we all done here? 55, 60, 60, 65. At £60, you're coming back in there. Don't miss it for a click. At £60, United Kingdom bid. At £60, do I see 65? At £60, are we all done? £60 to 2609. Moving on to 1237 is the two DR Parks Telecaster Guitar Necks. One is new. Illustrated there. I come straight in with a lot of interest at £90. I see 95. At £90, I see 95. There's a great lot here. 90, 95, 100, 110, 120. Do I see 130? At 120, 130, 130. I do. Do I see 140? Don't miss it for a click. At 130, do I see 140? At £130. Serbia bidder there at 130. Do I see 140? Are we all done here at 130? 130. Thank you for your bids. 2777. 1238 is a selection of guitar accessories and spares to include two Music Nomad mats, Dunlop cradle, etc. with the cables. I can come straight in at £30 with a bid on the book. Do I see 35? At £30, my bid on the book. Do I see 35? At £30, it's a great lot there. Do I see 35? I've got £30. Do I see 35? At £30, do I see 35? 35 in the room. Sorry, I nearly missed that. 35. Do I see 40? 35 in the room. My bid on the book is out. It's a £35 room bid. Do I see 40? You come back in there. It's a selling bid at £35 in the room. Are we all done here? £35. £35. Thank you, sir. 349. Thank you for waving. Nearly missed you. 1239 is a selection of guitar tuners to include a set of Gibson Deluxe Cluson Age buttons and some Japanese tuners there. I can come straight in at £70 on the book with me at £70, 75, 80 with me on the book. Do I see 85? At £80 on the book, do I see 85? You are in, I am now out. The bid on the book is out. I'm on £85 on GH Live. Do I see 80? Do I see 90? £85 on GH Live. Do I see £90? £85. Serbia bidder there. £85. Do I see 90? All done. 85 for 2777. 1240 is a selection of guitar pickups to include the Kent Armstrong, the DiMarzio Super Distortion, etc. as illustrated. I can come straight in on GH Live at £70. I see 75. At £70, do I see 75? It's a great lot there. At £70, do I see 75? 75, 80. £80 on GH Live. Sauron, you coming back in? You're hovering. 85, you are 85 on the Sauron. Do I see 90? You coming back GH at 90? You are 90. Do I see 95? At £90 on the GH Live. Do I see 95? Sauron, you coming back in? You are 95. Do I see 100? £95 on the Sauron.com. Do I see 100? At 95, 100. Do I see 110? Back in on the GH. Do I see 110? £100 on GH Live. Sauron, you coming back in? It's just a click. At £100. Do I see 110? It's a Serbia bidder there. £100. Are we all done? 100 to 2777. 1241 is the Hercules 3-position guitar folding stand. It's a great lot there at £10. Do I see 15? At £10 on the web, it's a GH Live bid. At 15, do I see 20? At £15 now, do I see 20? 18, sorry. 18, 20. At £18, do I see 20? You coming back in for a click? At £18 on GH Live. It's a good lot there. £18, do I see 20? £18, 20, I do 20, 25. At £20, do I see 25? You come back in for a click. At £20, do I see 25? Are we all done here at £20 on the GH? At £20, all done. £20 to 2811. 1242 is a selection of various guitar tablature books to include Nirvana, Jimi Hendrix, etc. I can come straight in on GH Live at £35, so I see 40. At £35, so I see 40. At £35 on easylive.com, sorry, do I see 40, 40, 45. At 45, do I see 50. At £45, don't miss it for a click. At £45, do I see 50. It's a great lot there. At 45, 50, 55. At £55, do I see 60. Do I see £60 coming in or out? At £55 on easylive.com. At £55, do I see 60. Are we all done here? At £55, all done. 55 to 10074. 1243 is the 1980s Seymour Duncan, the red coil single guitar pickup. Two in the lot there, as you can see. Three, sorry. I can start away with a lot of interest on GH Live at £85. I see 90. I do 90, 95. At £90, I see 95. At £90 for the good lot here. 90, 95. Do I see 100? We've got £95 on the GH Live. Do I see 100? At £95, are we all done here at 95? All done. 95 to 2884. Moving on to lot 1244 is a pair of bare knuckle pickups by the Stormy Monday. My bid on the book is out. I can come in straight on GH Live at £150 from a bid from Italy. Do I see 160? At £150, my bid is out on the book. At £150, do I see 160? At £150, do I see 160? Lovely illustration there. At £150, do I see 160? Are we all done here at £150? 150, thank you very much, to 2952. 1245 is the DiMarzio Super Distortion Humbucker Guitar Pickup. I have a bid on the book at 20, which is now out. At 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. At £40, I see 45, 45, 50. At 45, 50, 50, 55. At £50, I see 55. I do 55 on Sauron.com. At 55, do I see 60? At £55 on the Sauron.com, do I see 60? I do 60. At £60, Sauron, you coming back in? You are 60, 65. At 65, do I see 70? 65 on the Sauron.com, do I see 70? At £65 on the Sauron.com, make no mistake, it is going at £65. It's a good lot there. At 65, are we all done? Do I see 70? At £65. Sold to the Sauron at 65 to 8067. 1246 is the Seymour Duncan, the J&J Humbucker Guitar Pickup. Come in straight away on the GH Live at 35. Do I see 40? At 35, at £40, do I see 35? 40, 45, 50. Do I see 50? At £45, do I see 50 coming in anywhere else? At £45, at 50, we coming in. At £45, all done. 40 bid, two bids there coming late. At 50, 55, do I see 60? At £55 is an easy live bid. At 60, at 55, sorry, do I see 60? At £55, are we all done here now? At £55, do I see 60? All done at 55. 55 to 2046. 1247 is a large collection, as illustrated, as you can see, of unused and sealed Ernie Ball guitar strings and various gauges. I can start with a bid on the book at £100. do I see 110? Well, £100 on the book with me, do I see 110? £100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. You are in at 160 in the room. Do I see 170? My bid on the book is out. It is in the room at 160, 170, 180, 180, 190, 180 in the room. Do I see 190? At 180 in the room there. At £180, 190, 200. 200, thank you very much. Do I see 220? At £200 in the room here. Can I move you along at £200? Do I see 220, 220, 240? You sure? Yeah. At £220 on easylive.com. Thank you very much for your bids. At 220, do I see 240 coming in your house? £220 at 240, at 220, asking for 240. All done here at 220. 220 to 2183. 1248 is a selection of guitar spares and accessories to include the Celestian speaker and the Korg metronome. All illustrated as you can see there, and come straight in on easylive.com at £40. So I see 45. At £40, do I see 45? At £40, do I see 45? United Kingdom bid there. At £40, I see 45. Any more movement? At £40, are we all done here? 45, 50, 55. At £50 on easylive.com, do I see 55? At £50, are we all done here? At £50, United Kingdom bid on easylive.com at £50. All done. £50 to 2239. 1249 is a large selection of string, swing, and other guitars and string instruments, wall hangers. If you've got a free wall, this would be good. At £100 coming straight in on easylive.com, do I see 110? At £100, do I see 110? Well, I do 110, 120, 130. £120 now on easylive.com, do I see 130, 130, 140? At 140, do I see 150? At 140, do I see 150? At 140 on easylive.com, 150, do I see 160? You coming back in there? At 150, do I see 160? At £150, are we all done here for the hangers? At 150, all done. 150 to 2080. 1250 is 5 various folding guitar rack stands as illustrated. I can come straight in on the web at £50. Do I see 55? easylive.com 55. Do I see 60? At £55 there. Do I see 60 at £55? Do I see 60 for the stands there at £50? 55, 55, 60. I got £55. Do I see 60? At £55, do I see 60? £55 there. Good bid. Do I see 60? Good lot. At £55, all done here. 55 to 2992. Last lot of the guitar miscellaneous before we move on to studio and audio equipment is lot 1251, which is the Sematus interest. There's the 24 copies there of the Z cassette and obviously his guitar picks. I can start at £20 with a bid on the book. Do I see 25? At £20 with me on the book, 25, 30, 30 with me, 35, 40 with me, 40 on the book, 45. My bid on the book is now out at £45 on the GH Live. Do I see 50? At £45. Oh, we all done it at £45 for the Sematus interest. At £45, my bid on the book is out. 45, 50, 55. Do I see 60? £55. Do I see 60? At £55. Are we all done here on GH Live at £55? 55 to 2097. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Luke Hobbs will send the rostrum. Hey. Yeah, thanks, mate. Thank you, guys. Who's on now? You got a quick drink. Really joy in the throat, I've done it.
David, I think I've got lots on that sheet, haven't I?
Yeah, quite a few.
Right, ladies and gents, thanks for your attention so far. We're now going on to our studio and audio equipment section. And I think I should just make the announcements as I usually do before amplifiers. That a lot of these things are obviously electrical items and we do not offer any guarantee on the working condition. You have all had a chance to ask for condition reports where we have made comment, but that aside, we still do not guarantee because obviously we do have problems where things get in transit, they get shaken around by your preferred courier or your own driving. and yeah, they can get the other side and a problem arise. That's essentially the reason we don't offer the guarantee. But you have all had chance to get your condition reports. Not everything's necessarily been electrically tested beforehand, so we do encourage that. So I think quite simply, if you are not sure, we would just encourage you not to bid. It's as simple as that, because we'll go and sell it to someone else who's more than happy to take the item on. Yeah, really appreciate your bids so far, and appreciate your bids coming up. But we can start with lot 301, the Studio Logic SL73 Studio Digital Piano. Good thing this, and I can start away at £100 with bids on the internet. 110 do we see at £100 to a C110, at £100 to a C110, 110, 120, at 110 to a C120 now, 110 to a C120 elsewhere, at £110. Are we all finished, all sure then? I'm selling at £110 on the internet, all in at 110, 110, by number 3037. There we go. Lot 1302 is the Rolly Seaboard Rise 2 controller. Another good lot in fantastic condition, this one, with its box. 360, 380. At 360 to a C380 now, 360, 380 do we see for one more. I'm going to sell then 360, 380, 400, they're still going. At £400 to a C420 then. At £400, 420 if you wish. 420, 440. At 420 to a C440 if you like. At £420. Hammer's going down at £420 then. Last chance all sure, all done at 420. 420 by number 2873. 1303 is the Dynacord, the first of 3 Dynacords we have in the sale. Great powered mixers these are, and it comes with the bonus of the EV PA speakers as well. So a good little PA setup there. You probably won't find much better really, but at 280, 300 do we see? At 280 to a C300. At 280 to a C300 if you like. 300, 320 is here to sell. At £300 to C320, 320, 340. At 340, 360. 340, 360, 380. At £360 to C380 now. 380, 400. At £380 to C400 if you like. At 400 we're still bidding, are we? 420, 440. At 420 to a C440 now. 440, 460. At 440 to a C460 now. We're at 440 to a C460 for one more. At £440 then, all finished, all short at 440. 440, that goes to buyer number 10054. And the next lot there is the Dynacord again, the 1600, so slightly higher powered this one. The 1600 PA mixer comes with the speakers again and the stands. £300 with bids straight in on the sellroom.com. 320 do we see? Bids in Ireland, they're holding at £300 or C320. At £300 on the sellroom.com. 20, 340. At 320 then, 340, 360. 360, 380. At 360 to a C380 now, 360 to a C380. 380, 400, 420. At £400 or C420 if you like. At £400 or C420 elsewhere. 420, 440. 440, 460. At 440 to a C460 if you like. 460, 480. At 480, 500. At 480 to a C500 now. At £480 to a C500 if you like for a bid elsewhere. At £480. Hammer's going down. Last chance all done at 480, 500, 520, 520, 550. At 520 to a C550 now. At 520 to a C550 if you like. At £520 then, all finished, all sure. Last chance at £520, 550, 580. At 550 to a C580 now, 580, 600. At 580, 600 now coming in, are we? At £580 to a C600 if you like. 600, 620. At £600 to a C620 now. At £600, 620, 650. At 620 to a C650 if you like. 650, 680. They really want this one. 650, 680 now do we see? At £650 to a C680 if you like for one more. At £650 then, are we all finished, all sure, all done? At £650, all finished. Last chance at 650, 650, and that's buyer number 2583. Lot number 1305 is the Electro Voice Gladiator, the G118 bass PA speaker. There we go. And the bass PA speaker there, a decent speaker there, and all we want is £50 to be off. Any interest at £50 coming in there for the bass speaker? £50 is all we need. At £25 then I'll take 25, 30 do we see? At £25, that's a lot of speaker for the money. At £25, do I see 30 now? At £25, do I see 30 elsewhere? At £25. Hammer going down at £25, all finished, all short at £25. No further interest at 25. Lot number 1306 is the pair of Electro Voice sub PA speakers there. Two big speakers there. Fantastic lot for the money, certainly. At £55, 60 do we see? At £55 do I see 60? At £55 do I see 60 if you like? 60, 65. At £60 bid and they will sell. 65 do we see elsewhere? At £60. Hammer going down at £60 then. Are we all sure all done? At £60. £60, buyer number 3036. And lot number 1307 is the 1960s Vox Supercontinental Twin Organ. Fantastic organ, this one. And at £600 we have with bid straight in on the sellroom.com. 620 do we see? At £600 do we see 620? At £600, 620 do we see for one more? At £600 then. Are we all finished and selling? 620, 650. At 620 then, holding on the GH Live platform, 650 do we see? At £620 and all finished all short at 620. 620, buyer number 3010. Lot number 1308 is a 1970 Sound City PA system. There we go, the Plus Custom. At £55 we bid 60, 65. At 60, 65, 70. At 65, 70, 75. At £70 bid 75 now, 75, 80, 85 do we see? £80 do we see? 85 now. At £80, and I go down at £80, 85, 90, 95. At 90, 95 do we see? At £90 then. All finished, all sure, all done at £90. Last chance, all done at £90. 90, and that goes to buyer number 3010. 1309 is a HH Electronic IC100 power amplifier head. There we go, with the speakers as well. Good mix lot there of PA gear. £55 I have straight in with bid. 60 do we see? At £55, 60 we're after. 60, 65. At £60, so see 65 now. At £60 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £60. £60. 1310 is the Studio Master Powerhouse Vision 708 powered PA mixer. There we go, in the flight case, and it's £55, 60 do we see? At £55, so see 60 for the Studio Master there. At £55, so see 60 if you like. At £55, so see 60 for one more. At £55, and all finished all short at £55. 60, 65. At 60, 65 do we see? At £60. Hammer's going down at £60 and selling to the internet bid, all done at £60. Internet bid takes it at 60, 10043. Lot number 1311 is the Lynn Sondek turntable. Really good turntable there with the upgrades as per the description. And we have bid straight in on the sellroom.com at 750, 780 do we see? At 780, 800, 820. At £800, so see 820 now. At £800, holding to a see 820 elsewhere. 820, 850, 880, 880, 900, 920, 950, we're up to 980. At 950, holding to a C 980 now. The sellroom.com holding them at 950 to a C 980 elsewhere. At 950, 980, 1050. £1,000 bid, 1050 do we see? At £1,000, do I see 1050? I do. 1100, 1100, 1150. At £1,100, do I see 1150 now? At £1,100, do I see 1150 elsewhere? At 1,100, 1150, 1200, 1200, 1250. At £1,200, 1250, 1300, 1350. At £1,300, do I see 1350? At £1,300, do I see 1350 elsewhere? At 1350, 1400. At 1350, do I see 1400 now? At 1350, do I see 1400? At 1350 then, last chance all done at 1350. Hammer going down at 1350. 1350, and that's buyer number 2811. Lot number 1312 is the Roland Boutique, the JP08 Jupiter 8 sound module. There we go, boxed as we say. Lots of interest on these, as we could all expect. 180 we're going to start bidding At 190 do we see? At 180 do we see 190? At 180 holding 190 do we see? At £180 then, we all finished all sure. Bidding's finished at 180, last chance all done at 180. 180, bar number 2585. Lot 1313 is the next Roland Boutique Jupiter 8 sound module. And this time we're starting at 160 with interest, 170 do we see? At 160 with internet bids, holding there, 170 do we see now? At 160 do we see 170 elsewhere? At £160. And we're going down at 160, all finished all sure. 170, 180, 180, 190. At 180 holding 190 do we see? At £180. And we're going down at £180, then all finished all sure at 180. 180, and that's bar number 2764. 1314 is a Korg SQ1 step sequencer, again with the box there, again in fantastic condition this, and at £18 I'll see 20 to be off. At £18, 20, 25, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. At £50 then 55 do we see? At £50 do we see 55 elsewhere? At £50 then, selling on the GH Live at £50, last chance all done at £50. £50, 2936. Lot 1315, another fantastic lot there, comes with the box. This is basically in as new condition, so don't miss your chance on this one. Bids are going away on the internet as I'm talking, and we're up to £900 on the internet, 920, 950, we're up to 1,050 do we see? At £1,000, to see 1,050 if you like. The internet bids holding it at £1,000. All finished all short at £1,000. And we're going down at £1,000. 1,000. And that's bar number 2070. Lot 1316 is the Yamaha DX7 synthesizer keyboard. I have never seen a better one. This is in fantastic condition. Comes with its leather case as well, which you don't often find. And even comes with its original outer box. So again, don't miss the opportunity for this one. You probably will not find one much better. And as I've been waffling on, we've got bids going away on the internet, and we're holding at 280 on the internet bid. 300 do we see? 300, 320, 320, 340. At 320 holding, 340 do we see? At 320, 340, 360. At 340 do we see 360 now? At 340 do we see 360, 360, 380. At 360 to a C 380 if you like. 380, 400. At 380 to a C 400 now. At 380 to a C 400 if you like. At £380 holding then, do we see another bid? On the GH Live bid, are we coming in? At 380 then, all finished all short. At £380 then, all finished all short, last chance all done at 380. £380, and that's bar number 2666. And lot number 1317 is the Roland P330 digital piano sound module rack unit. There we go, the rack unit there. And where can we start on this one? I'll take the 25 and the 30 do we see? At £30 bid, 35 do we see now? At £30 bid on the sellroom.com, comes with a box as well. 35, bids in Germany coming in there at 35, 40 do we see? At £35, 40, 45. At £40, we'll see 45 now. At £40, 45. At 40, 45, 50. At £45, we'll see 50 now. At 50, 55. 55, 60. At £55, we'll see 60 now. At £55. And we all finished all sure at £55. Last chance, final warning. At £55, we found the level at 55. 55. And that's bar number 10007. Lot number 1318 is the Yamaha TX81Z. FM tone generator rack unit, and we have bid straight in and holding at £100 on the internet. 110 do we see? At £100 do we see 110 now? At £100 holding on the internet do we see 110 elsewhere? At £100 then, all finished all sure at £100, and that's bar number 2471. Lot number 1319 is the Boss BX800 8-channel stereo mixer. There we go, bids at £50, 55 do we see? At £50, 5, 60, 65, 70. At £65, we'll see 70 now. At £65, we'll see 70 elsewhere. At £65. Hammer going down at £65 then. Last chance all sure all done at £65. Are we all finished all sure at £65? 65, bar number 2875. Lot number 1320, this time is the Boss RDD20 digital delay sound module. Again with the box, this one comes with £60 bid, 65 do we see? at £60, 65, 70, 75, at £70 holding on the sellroom.com, 75 do we see, at £70. Hammer going down at £70. Are we all finished all short at £70? £70, 8181. 1321 is the Akai 4000 DS reel-to-reel tape recorder. Again, stunning condition. This comes with the original box. Fantastic lot, really. And at 320 we're opening with bidding. Internet bidding flashing away there. 340 do we see? 340, 360. At 340 holding, do I see 360 elsewhere? At £340, do I see 360 if you like? At £340 then, all finished all short done at £340. 340. 2516. Lot number 1322 is a pair of JBL JRX 100 PA monitor speakers. There we go. And we've got bids at £60 holding. 65, 70, 75 do we see? At £70, 75 now. At £70, 75 do we see elsewhere? At £70. Hammer's going down at £70 then. All finished last chance, all sure all done at £70. £70. And that's buyer number 2612. Lot number 1323 is the Shure SM57 dynamic microphone. There we go. In the box there. And we have bids going away on the internet. Let's see where they settle, shall we? At 55, 60, 65, 70. At £65, we'll see 70 now. At £65, we'll see 70 if you like. At £65. Hammer's going down at £65, all finished, all sure at £65. 65, 2046. Lot 1324 is the Yamaha MCS2 MIDI control station. There we go with its box. At £18 to open, 20 do we see. At £18 to open away, £20 do we see for a bid. At £18, 20 now. At £18 to see 20, do we see bids coming in for £20. No interest then at £20. Are we closing then? There's my bid, £20 coming in, 25. And it's here to sell at £20. All finished, all sure at £20 then. Last chance all sure, £20 and bid at £20. Last chance all done, 5.30. At £25 we'll see 30 now. At £25 we'll see 30. At £25 all finished, all done at 25. 30, they all want it now, 35, 40. At £35 we'll see 40 now. At £35 they've woken up, 40 do we see. At £35. The sellroom.com then holding against the GH Live, back in at 40, 45. Don't miss it for a bid, great condition once again. Probably won't find one much better. At £40 we'll see 45. At £40 all finished, all sure at £40. £40, bar number 2027. Lot number 1325 is the Boss BX16 16 channel stereo mixer. There we go. USA voltage this one, not that matters, just get a transformer. At £50 bid, 55 do we see. At £50 bid, 55 now. At £50 do I see 55 elsewhere. At £50 do I see £50 elsewhere. Are we coming in? We do. 60 we're now up to, 65. At £60 bid, 65. At £60 holding, 65 now. At £60 then. Hammer going down at £60. Last chance all done at £60. £60, bar number 2488. Lot number 1326 is the ARP Odyssey module, duophonic synthesizer. Always popular these, and I'm going to start the bidding at £200 on the internet. 220 do we see. At £200, 220, 240. At 220, holding on the internet, then 240 do we see. At 220, it's an internet bid holding, 240 now. At 220, do I see 240 elsewhere? And I will sell at 220, we're back in with a bid at 240, 260. At 240, two internet bidders against each other. 260 do we see. At 240, don't miss it for a bid. At £240, comes with the box. At £240, are we coming in for a 60? I will sell them at 240. Are we all sure, all done? At £240, and I go down at 240, 2873. 1327 is the Sony SEH22 graphic equalizer. There we go, comes with the box, this one. And I'll start this away at £20, 25 do we see. At £20, we'll see 25 now for the graphic equalizer there in the box. At £20, 25 do we see for a bid elsewhere. At £20 then. Are we all finished all sure at £20 then? All finished all sure, 25, 30. At £25, we'll see 30 now. I will sell then, £25. Are you sure you don't want it for one more bid? At £25, hammer going down at £25. £25, 10054. Lot number 1328 is the Roland S550 digital sampler rack unit. There we go, that's a good lot. And at £90, 95 do we see? At £90 for C95. At £90 holding on the internet there, bid in Germany. 95 do we see coming back elsewhere? At £90, 5, 100. £95 holds it, 100 do we see? At £95. Are we all finished all sure at £95? All finished, last chance, all done at 95. 100, 110. At £100, bid in Germany, still holding it, 110 do we see? Our German bidder there holding 110, back in the UK, 120 do we see? At 110 do we see 120 elsewhere? At 110, 120, 120, 130. At 120, UK bidder holding, 130 do we see? At £120 then, we'll finish all sure at 120. 120, buyer number 2027. Lot number 1329 is the Roland D550 linear synthesizer. There we go, £100 with bids, 110 do we see? At £100 for C110 if you like. At £100. Hammer's going down at £100 then. 110, 120, 130. 130, 140. At 140, 150. At 140 holding, 150 do we see? At £140 then. Last chance all done, 150, 160. 160, 170. At 160 holding then, 170, 180. At £170, we'll see 180 now, 180, 190. At 180, do we see 190 now? At £180, do I see 190 if you like? At 190, 200 now, 200, 220. At £200, we'll see 220 if you like now. At £200, 220 do we see? At £200 then, last chance all finished all sure at £200, 220, 240. At 220, do I see 240 now? At 220, do I see 240? At 240, 260. At £240, I see 260 now. At £240 then, last chance all sure all done at 240, 240, 2583. Lot number 1330 is the Tascam 246 Porter Studio. There we go, made in Japan, this one with the box. Another fantastic lot, as you can see, in great condition. And we have lots of interest in this one, smashing the upper estimate and opening up at £380. 400 do we see? At 380 do we see 400? At 380 do we see 400 now? At 380 on the GH Live platform, 400 do we see? At £380, hammer going down at £380. Last chance all done at 380. 380, and that's buyer number 10070. Lot number 1331 is the Clark Technic third dimension analog multi-dimensional signal processor rack unit, and we have bids starting away at £60. 65 do we see? At £60 we'll see 65. At £60 then, holding at £60, 570. At £65 we'll see 70 now. At £65 then, last chance all sure all done at £65. 65, buyer number 2966. And lot 1332, same again, Clark Technic third dimension, BBD 320 analog unit there. £65 with bids this time straight in. 70 do we see? At £65, 70 now. At £65 all finished, all done. 70, 75. At 70 do we see 75 now? At £70 then, the GH Live platform holds it at £70. And we're going down at £70. £70, buyer number 3036. Lot number 1333 is the Yamaha MSS1 MIDI synchronizer. There we go, the Japanese unit there with the box at £20 bid in Ireland there on the sellring.com. 25 do we see? It's holding at £20. We'll see 25 elsewhere. Are we all done then? Selling at lower estimate at £20. All finished, all sure at £20. At 20, £20, buyer number 8115. Lot 1334 is the Roland S550 digital sampler rack unit. This one we have bids in Germany coming straight in at £65 on the internet, 70 if you like. At £65, we'll see 70 now. At £65. Are we all finished, all sure, all done then? We're bid at 70, 75, 75, 80. At £75, we'll see 80. At £75. How am I going down at 75, 80, 85. At £85, 85, 90. At £85, we'll see 90 now. At £85. Are we all sure and finished at 85, 90, 95, 95, 100. At £95, we'll see 100 now, 100, 110. At £100 bid, 110 do we see? At £100. Do we see 110 if you like? 110, 120. At £110, 120, 130, 130, 140. At 130, do we see 140 now? At £130 to C140. At 130, 140 do we see? At £130 then, all finished, all sure, all done at 130. Bid came in just before my hammer fell. 2 bids flashed up there as my hammer was falling. My reflexes are not quick enough. At 140 to a C150. At 140 to a C150 elsewhere. We're still open then on the Roland S550 digital sampler rack unit. If you were bidding at 130, we welcome you back in at 150 because you've been outbid at 140. At 140, 150 do we see? At £140. You coming back in for one more? You are. 150, 160. At £150, we'll see 160 elsewhere. Don't miss it for a bid. Back in for one more, £10. 150, do we see £10 more at 160, plus our premium, of course. At 150, do we see 160. At £150, do we see 160 elsewhere. At £150 then, it's a GH Live bid at £150. 150, bar number 2873. Lot number 1335 is the Roland Director S sequencer. There we go, the SYS 333. Interesting lot there. Don't often see these come up. And at £20, 25 do we see? At £20, shall we find a 25 anywhere? At £20, we'll see 25 if you like. At £20, do I see 25? We do, 25. There's interest at 25 to see 30. At £25 to see 30 now. At £25 to see 30 elsewhere. At £25. How am I going down at £25 then? 30, 35. At 35, 40. 40, 45. At £40 to see 45. At £40 to see 45 elsewhere. At £40. How am I going down at £40 then? 45, 50. At £45 to see 50 now. At £45. How am I going down at £45 then? All finished, all short down at £45. 45, buy number 2027. Lot number 1336 is the Roland CS10 stereo micro monitor. There we go. Cool little speaker set there. The monitor there. Don't often see these come up. I think the first time we've had one in our auctions. At £40, 45 do we see? At £40, 45 now. At £40, 45 do we see? 45. See you later, Peter. That was dangerous. Thank you very much. At £40, 45 do we see? At £40, do I see 45? Always sit on your hands. £40, 45 do we see? At £40 then, all finished, all sure at £40. £40, 2130. Lot 1337. So rare, we've got another one. We haven't had one before, and we got 3 in the sale. There we go. £45 with bids, 50 do we see? At £45 do I see 50? At £45. Holding then and selling at £45, all finished, all sure, all done at 45. There we go, 45. 2485. And here is your last chance to get the next one. The CS10 stereo micro monitor. £45 bid, 50 do we see? At £45, 50, don't miss it for a bid. It's the last one in the sale. At £45, I think. At £45 to see 50. At £45 to see 50 elsewhere. At £45, £45, 2485. There we go. Lot 1339 is the LG 100 keyboard stand. There we go in the box. Nice to get the original stand for your Yamaha keyboard. And at £25 we have interest. Someone needs one there. 30, 35 do we see? Interest coming in there at 35, 40, 45, 45, 50. At £45 we'll see 50 now. At £45 we'll see 50 for one more. At £45. Are all finished then? 45, 50, we're still going. We're up to 60 now, 65. They really want this one. At £60, we'll see 65 elsewhere. At £60, 65 do we see? At £60 then, are we all finished all short? At £60, how am I going down at £60? All done at 60. £60, 2956. Lot number 1340 is the Furman PL Pro DMCE power conditioner rack unit. There we go. And we can start this away at £120, which knocks out my commission buyer. 130 do we see? At 120 do I see 130? 130, 140. At 130 do I see 140 now? At £130, 140, 150. At 140 do I see 150? At £140 do I see 150 now? At 150 do I see 160? At 150 do I see 160? 160, 160, 170. At 160 do I see 170 now? At £160, do I see 170 now? At £160. How am I going down at £160 then? Are we all short? All done at £160. Not coming in for one more at £160 then. All finished, all done at 160. 160. And that goes to my buyer. Lot number 1341 is the DBX 1066 compressor gate rack unit. There we go. The rack unit there. Nice spot of rain outside hammering down on the wall. At £20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. At 40, 45, 50, 55. At 50 do we see 55 now. At £50 bid, 55 do we see. At £50 to see 55 now. At £50. Are we all finished all sure then? At £50. Hammer going down at £50. Last chance all sure all done at £50. £50, 2474. Lot number 1342 is a mixed selection of audio equipment to include the Sony TCS 310 stereo cassette recorder. There we go. Good mix lot there. £20 we're bid away. 25 do we see. At £20 bid, 25 now. At £20 to see 25. At £20 then selling at £20. 5, 30, 35. Thank you, sir. £30 bid now on the serum.com. 35 do we see. Are we all finished? All sure at £30 then. Hammer going down at £30. 5, 40, 45. At £40 bid, 45 do we see. At £40. Hammer going down at £40 and all finished, all done at £40. £40, and that's buy number 3036. Lot number 1343 is the Elysis Playmate Vocalist. There we go. Useful little unit there with the box. At £30 bid, 35 do we see. At £30, 35, 40. At £35, 40, 45. At 40 do we see 45 now. At £40 to see 45. At £40 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £40. Hammer going down at £40, last chance all done. £40. £40, 2485. Lot number 1344 is a pair of quad ESL 63 electrostatic loudspeakers. There we go. Pair of quad speakers. And at 180, 190, 200 do we see. At 190 do we see 200 now. At 190 do we see 200 for the quads. At £190 then, are we all finished all short at 190, 200, 220. At 220 do we see 240. At 200, sorry, I have 220. At 200, 220 do we see. At £200, all finished all sure at £200, all finished, last chance all done. 200 and they're sold to buy number 2873. Lot number 1345 is a Pioneer PL 516X record turntable. £30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. At £55, 60. At £55, 60, 65. At £65, 70 now. At £65, 70, 75. At 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. 95, 100. At £100 bid, 110, 120. At 110, 120, 130, 130, 140. At 130 to a C140. At £130 to C140 now. At £130 then all finished all short, 130, 140, 150. At 140 to a C150. At 150, 160. At £150 to C160 now. At 150 to a C160 elsewhere. At £150 then, all finished all short at 150. 150 by number 10078. Next lot 1346. The next turntable there, the Goldrin Lenko GL75. There we go. £60 bid, 65 do we see. At £60 bid, 65 now. 70, 75. At £70, 75 now. At £70 to see 75. At £70 then, hammer going down at £70. 5, 80. At £75, 80 now. At £75, 80 do we see. At £75, all finished all sure at £75. £75, 10071. Lot number 1347 is the selection of hi-fi equipment to include the Pioneer, the hi-fi units there, and at 30, 35, 40. At £35, 40, 45, 45, 50, 55, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. At £70 bid, 75 do we see. 80, 85, 85, 90. At £85 bid, 90, 95, 95, 100. At £95 bid, 100 do we see. 100, 110, 110, 120. At 110 do we see 120 now. At £110 to see 120 elsewhere. At £110, 120, 130. At 120 do we see 130, 130, 140. At £130 to see 140 now. At £130. At Hammer going down at £130 then. All finished all Sure all done at £130. 130, 40, 150. At 140 to a C150 now. At £140 to C150 elsewhere. At £140 then. Hammer going down at 140. Last chance all done at 140. 140 by number 2027. Lot number 1348 is the Roland Juno D synthesizer keyboard. There we go. At £100, 110 do we see. At £100 to C110. At £100 to C110 elsewhere for the Roland Juno D. I do 110, 120. At 110 to a C120 now. At £110 to C120 if you like. At £110 then. All finished, all Sure all done at £110. 120, 130. At 120 to a C130 now. At 130, 140. At 130 to a C140 now. At £130 to C140 elsewhere. At £130 then. All finished, all Sure all done at £130. 130, 130, and that goes to bar number 2424. Lot number 1349 is the Ion IED 05 USB digital drum kit. There we go. And where can we start on this one? At £18, 20 do we see? At £18 to see 20. At £18, 20 for the digital drum kit there. Any interest at 20, 25. At £20 bid, 25 do we see? And it will sell. Make no mistakes. At £20. Hammer going down at 20, 5, 30. At £25 to see 30 now. At £25, 30 for one more. 30, 35. At 30 to a C 35 now. At £30 then. All finished, all Sure done at £30. 5, 40. At £35 to see 40 now. £35, 40 do we see. At £35. Hammer's going down. £35, all finished, all Sure done at £35. 35. And buy number 2609. Lot 1350 is the SR Technology Pocket 750 PA system. There we go, the SR Pocket 750. Good little portable PA system there. And at 150, 160 do we see. At 150 to a C160. At 150 to a C160 if you like. At £150. Are we all finished, all Sure then? At £150, 160, 170. At 160 to a C170 now. At £160. Are we all finished, all Sure at 160? Last chance all done at 160. 160 by number 2873. Lot number 1351 is the next portable PA system there. This time the Yamaha Stage Pass 300. At this time we got 120 with bids, 130 do we see. At 120 to a C130, 130, 140. At 130 to a C140. At £130, 140 do we see. 140, 150. At £140, 150, 160. At 150 to a C160. At £150, 160, 170. At 160, 170 do we see. At £160 then. All finished, all Sure at 160. 160 by number 2004. Lot number 1352 is the Alto 8-channel mixer. Together with the Citronic flight case. There we go. The mixer there. And at £55 we have with bids. 60 do we see. At £55 bid, 60 now. At £55. Hammer going down at £55. All finished, all Sure at 55. 55 by number 2046. Lot number 1353 is the Roland E70 synthesizer keyboard. There we go. At 85, 90, 95, 100. At £95 to see 100 now. At £95 to see 100. At £95. 100 do we see for one more for the Roland there. At £95 to see 100 for one more bid. At £95 then. All finished, all Sure at £95. Lot number 1354 is the Yamaha DX100 synthesizer keyboard. At £100 we have on this one, 110 do we see. At 110, 120, 130, 140. At 130 to a C140. At £130 all finished and done at 130. 130 by number 2875. Lot number 1355 is the Alesis Quadraverb digital effects processor rack unit. Within the rack case as well, rack trolley. There we go, got there in the end. It's been a long week, still more to come. With the award session Master Direct recording preamp rack unit, £70, 75 do we see. At £70, 75. At £70, all finished, all done at 70. £70, 2580. And lot number 1346. There we go, is the Shure SM58 microphone with the standing cable. £65, 70 do we see. at £65, 70, 75, 80, 85, at £80 bid, 85 now, at £80. Hammer going down at £80, last chance all sure at £80. Lot number 1357 is a Roland TR505, the Rhythm Composer drum machine, at £55 with bid, 60 do we see, at £55 do we see 60, at £55, 60, 65, 70, at £65 bid, 70 now, at £65 do we see 70 elsewhere, at £65 all finished, all done at £65, 65, 2262. Lot number 1358 is the Akai EX90 digital reverb unit. At £50 I have bids on GH Live, 55 do we see. At £55, £50 on the sellroom.com then is it, 55 do we see. At £50, 55, 60, 65. At £60, 65, 65, 70. At £65, 70 do we see. At £65. Hammer going down at £65, all finished or short at 65, 70, 75. At £70, 75 now, 75, 80. At £75 we'll see 80 now. At £75 we'll see 80 if you like. At £75. Are we all finished, all sure done? At £75, 75 by number 3049. Lot 1359 is the Boss DR660 Dr. Rhythm drum machine. There we go, and we can start away at £50, 55 do we see, at £50 bid 55, at £50 bid 55 do we see elsewhere, at £50, 560, at £55 we'll see 60 now, at £55. Hammer's going down at £55 and all finished all short done at £55, 55, and that's buy number 2014. 1360 is the next one there, the next portable PA system, the Yamaha Stage Pass. And at 400, 420 do we see? At 400 do we see 420 now? At 400 do we see 420 if you like? At £400 do we see 420 coming in for a bid? At 420, 440. At 420 do we see 440 now? At 420 and I will sell. At £420 then. Are we finished all short? At £420 then. Last chance all done at 420. 420 by number 2950. Lot number 1361 is the Sennheiser E935 vocal microphone. There we go, £50 bid, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, at 70, 75 now, at £70, 75, 80, 85, at £80 with my bar, 85 do we see, at £80 we'll see 85 elsewhere, at £80 then all finished all sure at £80, my buyer, 33. 1362 is the Alesis SR16 drum machine. £50 bid away on this one, 55 do we see. At 55, 60. At £55 bid in the room, 60 do we see. At £55 room bid holding, 60 do we see elsewhere. At £55, 55, and buy number 350, thank you sir. Lot 1363 is the next Alesis SR16 drum machine. This time at 50, 55 do we see. At 50 do we see 55. At £50 then, all finished all short at 50, 55, 60. At £55 we'll see 60 now. At £55 then, Hammer going down at £55, last chance all short done at £55, 55, buy number 2609. Lot number 1364 is the Korg NS5R synthesis module. There we go, the synthesis module there, and at £45, 50 do we see. At £45 we'll see 50. At £45 we'll see 50 for the module there. At £45, 50 now. At £45, 50, 55. At £50 bid, 55 now. At £50 then, all finished all sure, 5, 60. At 60, 65. At £60 bid, 65 now. At £60, 65, 70. At £65 we'll see 70. At £65, 70 do we see. 70, 75. At £70, 75 now. At £70. And we're going down at £70, all finished all short at £70. £70, buy number 10076. Lot number 1365 is a selection of audio items to include the Audio Technica MB1K microphone. There we go, mixed lot there. And we have bids at £30 opening up. 35 do we see. At £30, 35 now. At £30, 35 do we see elsewhere. At £30, but 5. We had a bid just come in before the hammer. 35, 40, 45. At £40, 45 now. Hammer going down, fair warning then. 45, we're going up now, 50. They all want it now, 50, 55. At £50 then, all finished all short at £50. £50, 2777. Lot number 1366 is a Fostex VF16 digital multi-track mixer at £30 bid, 35 now. At £30 bid, 35 do we see? At £30, 35. At £30 then, 35, 40. At 35, 40, 45. At 40, 45 now. At £40 bid, 45 do we see? At £40, hammer going down at 40. £40. Buyer number 2254. Lot number 1367 is a pair of Arcam 2 plus bookshelf hi-fi speakers. £40 bid, 45 do we see? At £40. Hammer's going down at £40, then all finished all short at £40. £40. Buyer number 10031. Lot number 1368 is the 5XM World Series electronic mesh drum head triggers. There we go, £30 bid, 35 do we see? At £30 to see 35, 40, 45. At 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. At £60 bid, 65 do we see? At £60. Hammer's going down at £60, all finished all short at £60. £60. Buyer number 2488. Lot number 1369 is a 1953 watt valve extension amplifier. £35, 40 now. At £35 to see 40. At £35, £35. Buyer number 2001. Lot number 1370 is a pair of Hiko Interior 120 reference monitors. There we go. And at £10, 15 do we see on these? At £10 we'll see 15 for the monitors there. At £10 we'll see 15 elsewhere. At £10. Are we all finished all short? At £10, no further interest at 15. At £10 and holding at £10 only, you're done at £10. Lot number 1371 is the SKB 3U rack unit. There we go, £25, 30 do we see? At £25, 30 now. At £25, we'll see 30 elsewhere. Selling at £25 on the internet, all done at £25. £25, 2968. Lot number 1372 is the Dynacord PowerMate 600 PA mixer. There we go, the PA mixer there, and we have bids at £200 on the Serum.com. 220 do we see? At £200, I see 220. At £200, 220, 240. At 220 do we see 240. At £220, I see 240 elsewhere. At £220, then all finished, all done at 220. 220, and that's buyer number 10054. Lot number 1373 is a pair of Electro Voice S200 PA speakers. There we go, at 180, 190, 200 comes with the standing covers. At 190, 200 now. At 190 do we see 200. At £190 do I see 200 if you like. At £190 then, all finished all short, no further interest for the 200. At £190, last chance all done at 190. Lot 1374 is the vintage quad electrostatic loudspeaker. There we go with the Celestian Dittons. There we go at £50, 55 do we see? At £50 to see 55. At £50 to see 55 elsewhere. At £50. Hammer going down at 50, 55, 60. At £55, 60 do we see? And I will sell, make no mistakes, at £55. Hammer going down at £55 and all finished all short at 55. 55 to 3039. Lot number 1375 is the Furman Pro power conditioner unit at £95, 100, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 160, 170, 180. At 170, 180, 190. At 180 do we see 190, 190, 200. At £190 then holding on the internet, 200 do we see? At £190 then, all finished, all sure, all done, 200, 220. At 200 do we see 220 now? At 220, 240. At 220 do we see 240. At £220 then, all finished, all sure at 220. 220, buyer number 2195. Lot number 1376 is the Sony PS4300 direct drive stereo turntable system at £100 with bids. 110 do we see? We've got the other bits there as well. If you look at the illustrations, lots of other bits in need of restoration. 110, 120, 130, 130, 140. At 130 do we see 140 now? At £130 to see 140 elsewhere. At £130. Hammer's going down. 140, 150, still going. 150, 160. At 150 do we see 160. At £150 to see 160. At £150 then, all finished all short at 150. 150, 10078. Lot number 1377 is the 5 hi-fi units to include the quad FM tuner. There we go, at £25 for C30. At £25 for C30 now. At £25 for C30 elsewhere. At £25, 30, 35, 40. At £35, 40, 45. At 40 to a C45 now. 45, 50. At £45 to C50 now. At £45, 50, 55. At 55, 60. At £55, 60 now. At £55 to a C60 if you like. At £55. How am I going down at £55 then? 60, 65, 70. At £65 to C70. At £65, 70 for one more. At £65 then, all finished all short at £65. 65, buy number 10054. 1378 is the quad 2 monoblock hi-fi amplifier. I've got bids to start me away at £200, 220, 240, 260. At 240, 260 now. At £240 to C260 if you like. 260, 280, 300, 320. At 300 to a C320 now. At £300 to C320 if you like for one more. 320, 340. At 320 to a C340 now. At 320, 340 coming in our way. At £320, 340 do we see. At £320 then, all finished, all done at 320. 320, and that's buy number 2950. Lot number 1379 is the 7-star multi-input transformer box. We've got a mixed lot there, as you can see, and at £5 I'll take 10. At £5 to a C10 now to see it away. At £5 to a C10 if you like. At £10, 12. At £10 to a C12 now. At £10, 12 we're looking for. At £10, and I will sell at £10 then. All finished, all short at £10. £10, and that's buy number 3036. Lot number 1380 is the Brulin Jar there. The 2615 microphone. £50, 55, 60. At £55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. At 85, 90, 95. At £90 holding 95 do we see. At £90 then, all finished, all sure. 95, 100, 100, 110. At £100 we'll see 110 now. 110, 120, 120, 130, 130, 140. At 130 to a C140 now. At £130 to C140 for one more. At £130 then, all finished, all sure at 130. 130, buy number 10077. Lot number 1381 is the Rocktron System 1, model 120. There we go. I can start this away with bids at, I've got 2 commission bids on, and I'm going to have to start this at £23. I'll take 25 to be in. At £23, to see 25 elsewhere. At £23, and I'm out. The bid's online at £25. 30. At £25, to see 30 now. At £25, 30 do we see. At £25, 25, buy number 2080. Lot number 1382 is the 4-channel USB digital recording audio interface. At £10 I have, 15 do I see. At £10 I see 15. At £10 then, all finished, all done at £10. £10, and that's buyer number 8070. Lot number 1383 is the Tascam Porter Studio, the 4142 8-track tape recorder. At £55, 60 do we see. At £55, 60, 65. At £60 we've got the other bits in the lot there as well as illustrated. At £60, 65 now. At £60, 65, 70, 70, 75. At 75, 80, 85. At £80, 85, 90, 95. At £90, 95, 100, 100, 110, 110, 120, 120, 130. At 130, 140, 140, 150. At 140 to a C150 now. At 140 to a C150 elsewhere. At £140. Are we all finished, all sure? At £140, last chance, all done at 140. 140, buy number 10070. Lot 1384 is the Behringer Composer Pro, the MDX2200 rack unit. Together with the 2 other bits there, the Behringer Shark and the Amoon 4-channel line mixer. At £5 to a C10. At £5 to a C10 now. At £5, 10, 12, 12, 15. At £12 bid, 15, 18, 20. At £18, 20, 25, 30. At £25 to C30 now. At £25 to C30 elsewhere. At 30, 35, 40. At 40, 45. At £40 bid, 45 now. At £40 bid, 45 do we see? At £40 then, all finished all short at £40. £40. £40, and that's buyer number 2014. Lot 1385 is the Alesis Microverb 4 rack unit. There we go, £40 bid, 45 do we see? At £40 bid, 45, 45, 50. At £45, we'll see 50 now. At 50, 55. At £50 bid, 55 do we see? At £50, do we see 55? At £50 then, all finished all short at £50. £50, buyer number 2080. Lot number 1386 is the Art Multiverb 28-bit multiple effects processor rack unit. There we go, £20 bid, 25 do we see? At £20, we'll see 25. At £20 then, all finished all short done at £20. 5, 30, 30, 35. At £30 bid, 35 now. At £30 bid, 35 do we see? At £30 then, all finished all done at £30. £30, buyer number 3042. Lot number 1387 is the Yamaha PSS Personal Studio System. There we go, £35, 40, 45, 50, 55, £50, 55. At £50, we'll see 55, 55, 60. At £55, 60 do we see? At £55, we'll see 60, 60, 65, 70, 70, 75, 75, 80. At £75, 80, 85. At £80 bid, 85, 85, 90, 95. At £90 bid, 95, 95, 100. At £95, 100, 110. At £100, we'll see 110 now. At £100, 110, 120, 120, 130. At 120 do we see 130, 130, 140. At 130 do we see 140 elsewhere. At £130 do we see 140, 140, 150. At 140 do we see 150 now. At £140 we'll see 150 if you like. At £140 then, all finished all short at 150, 160. At 150 do we see 160 now. At £150 then, all finished last chance all short at £150. Hammer going down at 150. 150, buyer number 2995. Lot number 1388 is the HH Electronic SM200 Professional Stereo Mixer Amplifier. There we go, with the other PA units. At £100 bid, 110 do we see? At 100 do we see 110? At £100 we'll see 110 elsewhere. At £100 then, all finished all short at £100. 110, 120, 120, 130. At £120 we'll see 130 now. At 120. And we're going down at 120 if we're all sure we're done at 120. 120 to bar number 2130. Lot 1389 is the Bayer M260 microphone. There we go. Bids at 120, 130. At 120 we have with bids 130 do we see? At £120, 130, 140, 140, 150. At 140, 150, 150, 160. At 150 do we see 160? At £150 we'll see 160 elsewhere. At £150, 160 elsewhere do we see? At £150 then, all finished all sure done at £150. 150, bar number 2613. 1390 is the Shure 515 SA microphone. There we go, the three microphones in the lot there. At £20, 25 do we see? At £20 we'll see 25. At £20 we'll see 25 now. At £20, 5, 30. At £25 bid in the room, 30 do we see if we want online? At £25 is a room bid, 30, 35, 35, 40. At £35 bid, 40 now. At £35 we'll see 40 elsewhere. At £35, 40, 45. Thank you, sir. At £40 then, it's on the GH Live platform, 45 do we see? At £40 then, all finished, all sure, all done are we? At £40, selling on the GH Live platform at £40, 5, 50. At £45 we'll see 50. At £45 we'll see 50 elsewhere. At £45 then, all finished all short at 45, 50, 55. At £50 we'll see 55. At £50 we'll see 55 now. At £50 then, all finished last chance, all done at £50. £50 to 2987. Lot number 1391 is the Yamaha REX50 Digital Multi-Effector. Lot £35, 40 do we see? At £35 we'll see 40. At £35 we'll see 40 elsewhere. At £35 then, all finished at £35. £35, 2759. Lot number 1392 is the Roland TR606 Dramatics drum machine. At £200, 220 do we see? At 200, 220 now. At 200, 220 do we see? 220, 240, 260, 260, 280, 300. At 280 do we see 300 now. At 280 do we see 300 elsewhere. At £280, then all finished all short at 280. £280, 300, 320, 320, 340, 340, 360. At 340 do I see 360 now. At £340. Are we all finished all short at £340? 340, and that's bar number 2479. Lot number 1393 is the Alesis HR16 high sample rate drum machine. £50 bid, 55 do we see? At £50 we'll see 55. At 55, 60. At £55 we'll see 60 now. At £55 we'll see 60 elsewhere. At £55 we'll finish all short done at £55. 55, bar number 2262. Lot number 1394 is the two 24U rack cabinet units. There we go. Two good units there. And at £45.50 do we see? At £45 we'll see 50 now. At £45 for the rack units there, 50, 55. At £50 bid, 55 now. At £50 bid, 55 do we see? At £50, and we will sell at £50. Are we all finished all sure? At £50 then. Last chance, all done at £50, selling at £50. £50, the 2613. Lot number 1395 is the DBX166 compressor, limiter and gate unit there with the box. At £25 we'll see 30. At £25 30 do we see? At 30, 35, 35, 40, 45, 45, 50. At £45 50 now. At £45 we'll see 50. At £45. Hammer's going down at £45, 50, 55. At £50 we'll see 55 now. At £50. Hammer's going down at £50. Last chance all short on at £50. £50, and that's bar number 2795. Lot number 1396 is the DBX1066 compressor limiter gate rack unit. At £25 30 do we see? At £25 we'll see 30, 30, 35, 35, 40, 40, 45, 50, 50, 55, 60. At £55 we'll see 60 now. At £55 we'll see 60 elsewhere. At £55. Hammer's going down at £55, all finished all done at £55. 55, and that's buyer number 2006. Lot number 1397 is a Peterson Strobo rack tuner unit. There we go with the box. At 200, 220, 240 do we see? At 220 do we see 240 now? At 220 do we see 240 if you like? At £220 we'll see 240 now? At 220 do we see 240 elsewhere? At £220 then. Are we all finished all sure? At £220. Last chance all done at 220, all done. 220. Lot number 1398 is a TC Electronic TC2290 dynamic digital delay and control processor rack unit. I've got bids on the internet racing away there, and we're up to £850 on the internet. 880 do we see? At £850 we'll see 880 now. At 850, 880, 900. At 880 do we see 900 now. At 880 do we see 900 if you like. At £880 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £880. 900, 920. At 900 do we see 920 now. 920, 950. At 920 do we see 950. At £920 then, all finished, all sure at £920. 920, and that's buyer number 2130. Lot number 1399 is the Lexicon PCM92 reverb rack unit. At 480, 480, 500, 520, 550, 550, 580. At 550 do we see 580 now? At 550 do we see 580 if you like? 580, 600. At 580, 600, 600, 620. At £600 we'll see 620 now. At £600 we'll see 620 if you like for one more. At £600 then. 620, 650. 650, 680. At 650 do we see 680 now? At 680, 700. At £680 we'll see 700 now. At 680 do we see 700 elsewhere. At £680 then, all finished, all sure, all done at 680, 700, 720. At £700 we'll see 720 now. At £700 we'll see 720 elsewhere. At £700 then, all finished, all sure at £700. 720, 750. At 720 do we see 750. At 720 do we see 750 if you like. At £720, all finished, all done at 720. 720, bar number 2027.
How long do you want to go?
Lot number 1400 is the Crybaby Custom Shop rack module. There we go. Bids at £320, 340 do we see? At 320 do we see? 340 now. At 320 do we see? 340 elsewhere. At £320 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £320. 340, 360, 380. At 360 do we see? 380 now. 380, 400. At 400, 420. At £400 to see 420 now. At £400, 420 do we see? At £400 then, all finished, all sure at £400. 400. 2195. Lot number 1401 is a TC Electronic TC1210 Spatial Expander. 380 with bids, 400, 420, 440, 460, 480, 500, 520, 550, 560. I'm going to save my breath. 700, we're now up to 850, bidding racing away. Let's let it settle, shall we? Give me a little rest. At 950 we have stalled at, have we? 980 do we see? At 950 do we see 980? At 1000 we now have 1050 do we see? 1100, 1200, 1250, 1300. At 1250, 1300, do it for one more. Don't miss it for the £50. At £1250, 1300 are we coming in? At £1,250, last chance all sure at 1250. 1250, bar number 2322. Lot number 1402 is the Eventide Eclipse Harmonizer Effects Processor Rack Unit. There we go. And we have bids on the GH Live at £400, 420, 440, 460. At 440, 460, 480, 480, 500, 520, 520, 550. At 520 to a C550 now. At 520 to a C550. At 520, 550, 580. At 550, 580, 600. At 580, 600 now. At £580 to see 600 elsewhere. At £580 then, 600, 620, 620, 650. At 620 to a C650. At £620 to see 650 elsewhere. At £620 then, we'll finish all sure done, are we, at £620. 620, buy number 2130. 1403 is the Digidesign 003 rack unit. There we go, the audio interface and rack unit. At £20 bid, 25 do we see? At £20 bid, 25. At £20. Hammer's going down at £20 then, all finished all short at £20. 530. At £25, 30 now. At £25. Do I see 30? At £25 then, all finished all done at £25. £25, 10054. 1404 is the Avid 11 Effects Rack Unit. £80 we have with bids, 85 do we see? At £80 to see 85 now. At 80 do I see 85 for one more? 590 at £85, 90 now. At £85. Hammer's going down at £85, all finished all sure at £85. 90 bids coming in just as my hammer fell. £95, 100. At £95, we're opening that back up. We're still on the Avid 11 Effects Rack Unit at £95. Are we all finished all sure at £95, all finished at £95. 95, and that's bar number 2014. Lot number 1405 is the Yamaha SPX 90 Digital Effects Rack Unit. There we go with the box there. £100, 110 do we see? At £100 bid, 110 now. At £100 bid, 110 do we see now? At £100. Are we all finished all sure at £100? Hammer going down at 100, last chance all done. 100, bar number 2875. Lot number 1406 is the Lexicon LXP 15.2 Digital Effects Processor Rack Unit. There we go at £25, 30, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, at 55, 60, 60, 65, at 65, 70, 70, 75, at 75, 80, 80, 85, at £80 bid, 85 now. At 80 do we see 85? At £80 to see 85 elsewhere. At £80, 85, 90, 90, 95. At £90 bid, 95 do we see? At £90 then, all finished, all sure done at £90. 95, 100. At £95 to see 100. At £95 to see 100 elsewhere. At £95 then, all finished, all sure done at £95. 100, 110. At £100 bid, 110 now. At £100 to see 110 elsewhere. At £100 then, all finished, all sure done at £100. £100. 2873. Lot number 1407 is the Yamaha PF80 electric piano. There we go. Comes with the box and the LG PF80 piano stand. You've got the whole set there in fantastic condition too. At £60 bid, 65 now. At £60 bid on the internet there, 65 do we see elsewhere? At £60. Hammer going down at £60 then, 65, 70. At £65 of room bid holding, 70 do we see? I have you, sir, at £65 to see 70. At £65, all finished all short at £65. 65, buy number 351. Lot number 1408 is the Furman PL Plus rack unit with the box. There we go, at £60, 65 do we see? At £60 we'll see 65 now. At £60 we'll see 65 elsewhere. At £60, 65 do we see for a bid coming in? At £60, 65, 70. At £65 we'll see 70 now. At £65. Hammer going down at £65, 70, 75. At 70 do we see 75 now. At £70 then, all finished all short at £70. £70, buy number 2873. 1409 is the Yamaha QX5 digital sequencer recorder. There we go, the Japanese recorder there in the box. And at £20, 25 do we see? At 20 do we see 25? At £20 to see 25 there coming in. Should see bids there. Nice clean condition with the box. At £20 to see 25. Are we all finished then? No further interest at £20. 1410 is the Sony Video 8TT tuner timer unit. There we go. At £18, we'll see 20 on this one. At £18 starting away, 20 if you like. At £18, we'll see 20. At £18, we'll see 20 if you like for one more. 20, 25, 30. At £25, 30, 35. At 30, we'll see 35 now. At 30, we'll see 35. At £30 then, all finished all short done at £30. 35, 40. At £35, we'll see 40 now. At £35, 40 now. At £35, we'll see 40. At £35 then, all finished all short done at £35. 35. 35 to bar number 10043. Lot 1411 is a pair of Sony WS220 speaker stands in the original box there. At £20 bid, 25 do we see? At £20 we'll see 25. At £20. Lot number 1412 is a Philips Laser Vision VLP player. There we go. I've got bids on the sell room starting me away at £20. 25 do we see? 25, 30. At £25 holding, 30 do we see? 30, 35, 35, 40. At £35 we'll see 40 now. 40, 45. At £45, 50. At £45 we'll see 50 if you like. At £45, all finished all done at £45. 50, 55. At £55 we'll see 60. At £55 we'll see 60 if you like. At £55 then, all finished all done at £55. £55, 10043. Lot number 1413 is a Philips N1702 video cassette recorder with the box there. At £18, 20 do we see? At £18 we'll see 20. At £18, 20, 25. At £18, 20, 25 now. At £20, 25 do we see? At £20 then, all finished all done at £20. Lot number 1414 is the Pioneer CLD D925 laser disc player. There we go. And I can start this with bids away at £85 on commission. 90 do we see? At £85 on commission with my buyer. 90, 95, 100, 110, 120. I'm out the bids online at 120, 130 do we see? 130, 140, 150. 150, 160, 160, 170, 170, 180, 180, 190, 190, 200. At 190 on the GH Live holding, 200 do we see? At £190 then, all finished, all done at £190. 190 to bar number 10043. 1415 is a Sony CDP 101 compact disc player with the box there. £40 bid, 45 do we see? Bids in Sweden there, holding two bidders in Sweden, bidding away against each other. We're back in the UK at 110, 120, 130. 130 back in the UK, 140 do we see? At 140, 150, 160. At 150 do we see 160 now? At £150 then, 160. Back in Sweden there, 170, 180. At 170 do we see 180? At £170, 180 do we see? At £170, all finished all short at 170. 170, bar number 10078. Lot number 1416 is the Sony Video 8TT tuner timer unit. There we go, the second of these in the sale, and at £18.20 do we see. At £18 to see 20, at £18 to see 20 if you like. At £18 then, 20, 25, at 20 to see 25 now, at 25, 30, 35, at 30 to see 35 now, at £30, 35 do we see. At £30. Hammer's going down at £30 and all finished all short at £30. £30, and that's bar number 10043. 1417 is a pair of Target audio products, speaker stands. Decent pair of speaker stands there. It even comes with the original sand to weight them down. With the box there, and at £20, 25 do we see. At £20 to see 25 now. At £20 to see 25 elsewhere. At £20 for the speaker stands there. No further interest. We're looking for a 5. At £20, all finished, all done at £20. Lot 1418 is the Roland RC100 remote controller. At £60 bid, 65. 65, 70, 75. At £70 then 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. At £90 bid, 95 now. At £90, 95, 100, 100, 110. At 110, 120, 130. At 120 to a C, 130. At 120, 130, 140. At 130 to a C, 140. 140, 150. At 150, 160. At 150 to a C, 160 now. At 150 to a C, 160 elsewhere. At £150 then, all finished, all sure, all done at £150. 150. 150 to bar number 10007. Lot number 1419 is the Roland Boutique JD08 programmable synthesizer. There we go. And at £120, 130 do we see. At 120, 130, 140. At 130, never in doubt. 140 do we see. At £130 to see 140 now. At £130 then, all finished, all done at £130. 130. Just coming up to my last lot, so we'll change auctioneers in a second. Lot 1420 is the Arturia 49 Analog Experience Laboratory Synthesizer Keyboard. At £50, 55, 60. At £55, 60, 65. At £60 bid, 65 now. At £60 to see 65 elsewhere, 65, 70. At 70, 75. At £70 to see 75 elsewhere. At £70. Hammer going down at £70 then. All finished, all sure at £70. £70. 2777. And that is going to be my last lot for now, ladies and gents. My colleague Chris Baker is going to ascend the rostrum and take you through the rest of the studio and audio equipment. Thanks for your attention so far. I'll see you again tomorrow.
Thank you. On to lot 1421, Tascam CD RW901 Mark II CD recorder. Boxed example, this one, lot 1421, on bid away up to the lofty heights of 65 and £70 bid on the internet there. £70 to see 75 now. 75 we do. Bid at 75 to see 80. £75 bid on the internet at 75. 80 still going. 85, sir? 85, yeah. Back at 90 online. 95. Thank you. 90 then, holding on the internet here. £90 to see 95, all done at 90. 5, we're still going. Couldn't stop myself. 95. £100, we're still going on the internet. £100 to see 110. £100, asking 110, final call for 110. £100, 10078. 1422, Panasonic NV HS950B video cassette recorder. Again with its box there as displayed in the image there. Coming in for 40, are we? £40 on the saleroom.com, you're hovering at 40. £40, 45, 45, thank you, 50, £50 bid, we're away now, 50, do we see 5? £50 asking, 55, at £50 on the internet there at £50, ordered at 50. 10043. 1423 Sony TC FX1010 cassette deck. Lot 1423 there, £50 away, are we? 50-50? We'll try for 40 if we like. £40 coming in online at 40, are we? At £25, 30, 35, 35, they want it £35 now bid. Do you see 40? Here on the internet, 35. Asking 40, final call for 40. £40, they're in again as I was putting the hammer down. £40, we're still going 40, asking 45 now. At £40. On the internet, 40 and selling at 40. 3027. 1424 Sony Betamax SL C5UB Betamax video cassette recorder, and we're away at £25 on the saleroom.com now. £25 asking 30. £30 bid and 35, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 and 60. £60 we have now bid here. 60 do see 5. £60 asking 65 then at £60. Selling at 60. 5 still going 65 and 70. 70 they're back. £70 bid and 5. 70 asking 5. At £70 then. All done hammers here, we're selling at £70. 2052. 1425 is a Casio Tone 1000p keyboard made in Japan. This one £40 we're away online for that. Thank you. £40. 45 are asking. At £40 here on the internet. £40. You see 45 elsewhere. At £40. All done, a lot there for your money, but we're selling at 40. £40. 3040. 1426 we have the Sony ST-S770 ES stereo tuner there. 2 bits in the lot there with the boxes, etc. I have absentee interest away, so straight in with bids on plural up to £80 bid here. 80 asking 85 now. At £80 my bid. 85, 90. We go 95. 95. I've got 100. We're asking 110 if you'd like on the internet there. 110 we're asking 110. I've got 120 now. Asking 130. 120 bids. Still my absentee commission. On their behalf, we're up to 120. Coming back for 130. Final call for 130 then. And sold 120. My bidder 2538. 1427 Fostex Model 454 mixing desk made in Japan. Got 1427 there. Try for 20 if you'd like. Bid me 20. So you can go get this gone for 20. At £15, then asking 15. 15 bid. 18. You see 18 now. £15 asking 18. £18 I have now on the internet here. 18. Taking the bid for £18. Are we selling? All done at 18. £18. It's gone. 10043. Well done to you. 1428 Sony linear multi-channel pre-amplifier. At £100 away, 110, 110, 110, 120, 130 if you'd like. At 120 now to see 130. At 120, 130, 140, 150. Come back for 150, are we? 150, 160 then. At 150 we're on the internet. 160 we're asking. At 150 do you see 160, 160, 170, 170, 180. At £170 bid. Easy Live Auctions at 170. We'll sell then at 170. Final call. Any 180s. We'll sell there at 170. 170. 1078. 1429 is a Sony TT tuner timer unit, as fully described there for you. Lot 1429. You see 30. Try me for £30. Shall we see 30 on this one? £15 then. We're away. £15. £15 here. 18. £18 bid now. Asking 20. £18 we see 20. At £18. All done. Internet bid here at 18. It's gone. 18. 10043. 1430 is the Philips Matchline audio video tuner amplifier. Got 1430. And at £25 interest away 30. 30 and 5. Shall we see 35 now? £30 now. Do we see 35? At £30 here. Asking 35, final call for 35. No bids there, 35 bid. I'm out, you're in online at 35. Do you see 40? £35 now. Easy Live Auctions at 35. We're selling at £35. 43. 1431, we have the Yamaha PSR 400 keyboard together with the other Yamaha keyboard as well. 2 in the lot there, 20 surely for these 2 Yamaha keyboards, asking 20. 20 surely. We'll go 10 then if we must. Kicks off for 10. Any bids of £10. £10 bid. Internet, 12, 15, do you see? £12 now, 15. You're coming back in for one more for 15. At £12, surely there's more in this one. £12. We're selling, make no mistakes, £12. 1432 Sony TA3650 integrated stereo amplifier, and we bid straight in online at 50. Thank you. 560, 570, 580, and 590, 95, 100. £100 bid. 110. £100 now, holding at 100. Do we see 110? Asking 110 now. £100 I have bid. We have bid 110, 120, 130. We're jumping now. 130 asking 140 at £130 here on the internet. 130. Do we see 140 elsewhere? We'll sell that at 130. 130. Bidder 2866. 1433 with the Sony SL Betamax video cassette recorder. Fully described there for you. 1433. And the other one, the hard disk there, the Sony hard disk boxed examples there. And at 45, 50 to bid on this one. 45 now asking 50. £45 now, do you see 50? 50. Bid on Easy Live 50, Internet 50. Bids with you now, do you see 5? 55, 60, 60, 65, 65 and 70. We're going now 70 and 5 and 80. £80 bid on 5, 85, 90. 90 we have. £100. We're jumping 110, 120, 120, 130, 140, 150. £140 bid now. Here on the internet, 140. Do we see 150 elsewhere? We're done then at 140, 150. We're still going 150, 160, 170. Bid at 160. Asking 170. Final call for 170. £160 to 10043. 1434 pair of JBL3 series Mark II powered studio monitor speakers in their boxes as illustrated there for you. Away straight in at £80 online. 85, 85, 90. £85 bid, do we see 90 now? 85 here on the internet, 90, 90, 95, 95, 100, 110, 120, 110 now we have. Bid at 110, we're asking 120. Last chance for 120, all done our way at £110, 120, 120 bid, 120, we go 130, asking 130 now. £120, 120, we're selling at 120, 120, 3036. 1435 pair of JBL3 series 305p Mark II powered studio monitor speakers. £85 with bids. Thank you. 85. Do we see 90? £85 bid here on the internet. Do we see 90? 90. We're going now. 95, 100, 95, 100. Any more on this one? 95. Asking 100. Are we done then? £95. Final call. £100 bid. 110. 110. We're asking now. At £100 I have bid. Do we see 110? We'll sell it at £100. All done at 100. £100. 2795. 1436 is the Iwa stereo cassette deck box example there for you, and at 65. Do you see 70 then spin on this one? £65 away here with interest. 70, 75, 80 if you like. 75, 80, 85, 90. 90 bid now. I'm out, you're in on Easy Live. 95, we're going online now. £100 bid. 110, 120, and we're away. 130, 140, 130. Do we see 140? Bid at 130, 140, 140 bid, and 150. Still going 160. Internet battle at 160. Do we see 170? At 160, thank you. We're bid at 160. Invite you back for 170. Final call for 170. 160 to 1 below 78. 1437 is the Sony stereo amplifier as fully described and shown there for you. Look, 1437. And you see 200 on this one away. 200 asking £200. We'll try for 150 if we must to get started. At 140, 140, go 150. 140 taking the bid there. 140, do we see 150? At 140, do we see 150? We do. Bid 150. Easy Live auctions on 150. Do we see 160 then? At 150, any more for this one? We'll sell, it's underestimate, but here to be sold at £150. Easy Live auctions on the internet was selling 160, 160. Saw you hovering. 170, 170. They're back. 180, 170. We're still online on the internet at 170. Invite you back for one more for 180. All done at 170, are we? 170. 170. Bid at 1 below 78. 1438 with the Marshall PA400 powered amplifier mixer head. And we're bidding away as I'm introducing at 40 and 5. £45 bid. 50, 55, 55, 60, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75 and 80. Bid at 80 now, asking 85, 85, 90. Bid 90 now. We have 95, £100 we have bid. 110 we're asking now. At £100 on Easy Live, 110, still going 110, 120, 120, 130. At £120. Internet bid 120. All done. Final call for 130. We're selling at £120. 120, 10043. 1439 is Sony DTC 690 digital audio tape deck. Again with its box there. And away at 40, shall we? Asking £40 to bid on this one. 40. Trying for 40. Go 30 if we must. 30. Invite you in for £30. 30. They want it now. 45, 50. We're away. 45, 50, 5, 60 and 5 and 70. We're jumping. £70 bid. 75, 80, 80 and 5. £80 now. Holding here. Easy Live at 80. Do we see 85 elsewhere? Hammers here. Final call for 85. We'll sell at 80. 85. We're going 90, 90, 95. £90 bid. Do we see 95 now? At 90. All done on the internet here. 90. Still going 95, 110, 110, 120. At 110 now. All done at 110, are we? Final call for 120 then. Hammers here at 110. 110. Thank you. 10078. 1440 is the Arcam Delta 150 monitor standard TV tuner with the Sony CD DVD player and the Pulse radio tuner as well. 3 in the lot there. 3 for 30. Shall we try for 30? £30 on these. Mixed group there for £30. 30, 30. 25, 25 bid. 30, 30 we have now. Do we see 35? Easy Live auctions at 30. Do we see 35 now? At £30. Are we going to sell? Internet 35, 40, 40 bid. 45. At 40 now. Come back for 45, are we? £40 then. Hammers here. Final call for 45. We're selling at 40. £40. 10043. 1441 Sony KX14 CP1 Trinitron retro gaming display monitor. Boxed example as well, and £40 on 5. 45 bid. 45 asking 50. 45 now. Internet bid 50. 50. 55. 55. 60. 60. 65. 65. 70. 70 bid on 5. 75. 80 and 5 at £80 now. 85 bid. 90 at £85 we have now bid. Asking 90 rather. 85 we have, asking 90. Final call for 90. We'll sell then. All done are we at 85. £85. 10043. 1442 is a Sony STR VX4L Legato linear FM stereo receiver. What, 1442? Do you see £30 on this one, surely? 30, 30. Let's go for the money. £30. Do we see 30? 15. 15, 18, go 20 then if you like. £18 now, do we see 20? 20 bid, do we see 25? £20, GH Live. Below estimate, we're selling though at £20. Final call if you're going to come in at 25. Yes, you are, 25. 30. At £25, 30. We're back at 30. £30 bid, do we see 5 now? £30 now, do we see 35? Are we done then? All done. We'll sell at £30 here on the internet at 30. £30, 2866. 1443 is a Pioneer PD S703 compact disc player, boxed. Again with the other Pioneer piece there, 2 in the lots. The other DVD, CD, video CD recorder. There's a lot of terminology in there. There's a lot of abbreviations. 1443. We're away. £30, 35, 35 bid. Easy Live. 40, 40 bid. And 5, 45 and 50. 45 now. 50, 50 bid. 55, 55. We're back at 60 and 5. Still going 70. 75, 80, bid at 80, asking 5 now at 85, 90, £90 we have bid, do we see 95? At 90, internet bid here, GH Live at 90, do we see 95? Are we done then? Final call for 95, we'll sell at £90. That's 90 to 866. 1444, vintage Fidelity HF27 record player. It's got the vintage look about it, that one, does you see £30, starters at 30? Coming in for £30 on this one, shall we? 30, 30. At £15 we're away. 18, 18 and 20. Come back for 20, are we? £18 come back, one more for 20. We can let it go for 20 if we must. 20, 20. Final call for 20. No interest there at 20. All done, are we? We move on to 1445 is the Tascam RC71 remote control unit, and we're a bid straight in at 40 online. Thank you there. 45, 45 bid, 50. 45 now asking 50. £50 bid, coming back for 55, we are 55 and 60, £60 bid on 5, £60 now holding here on the internet, £60, 5, 65, 70, 70 bid and 5. 70, do we see 75? We do. 75 bid and 85. 90. 85 holding then on the internet here at 85. Do we see 90? Selling at 85, all done at 85. 85 pounds. 21007. 1446, we have the large quantity of Roland and T-Day Key micro floppy disks. Some samples and patches as labelled, as fully described there for you. And interest away at £30, underestimate, but we'll take the bid at £30. We can sell at 30. Do we see 35? 35, yes we do. 35 bid, do we see 40? 35 now. GH Live online at 35. Do we see 40? You're coming back in for 40? 40 elsewhere though. £40 bid, 40 and 5. £40, 45 still going, 50. 50 bid, 55 we're asking now. £50 bid here on the internet, 50, do you see 55? £50. Ordinary at 55, GH Live. £50, 23042. 1447 with the Mission 77 C1 centre channel speaker. Bid straight in at 20 and 5, 25 bid 30. 25 now here, easy live at 25, do you see 30? At £25. Are we done then at 25? All done, are we? Last call for 30. Selling at 25. 25 to 1 below 43. 1448, Behringer Model D analog synthesizer. And bids flashing up at 85, 95, £100 we have here on the saleroom.com at £100. We see 110. £100 here on the internet, 110, 110, 110, new bid 120. At 110 now, GH Live at 110. Do we see 120? And you're coming back on the sale room. Give you a moment, are you coming back for 120? At 110 then we're holding, final call for 120, we're selling at 110, 120, new bid here on GH Live, 120, 130. Coming back for 130 now, are we? 120, 130, yes we are, 130, bid 140, bid at 130. Final call then for 140, if you're coming back, we're selling at 130. £130 to 2795. 1449, Shaw SM57, dynamic microphone, fine mics, these ones, not 1449. The SM57 and a 65 we're up to online, a 65, do we see 70? 70, yes we do, GH Live 70. 75 on the sale room, are you coming back? 70 here, GH Live on the internet 70, do we see 75? At 70, final call any 75s, selling at 70. £70. 2110. 1450 with the Shaw 588 SA dynamic microphone. Not 1450, do you see 40? Coming in for 40 on this one, the Shaw S 588. Coming up now, there we are. Asking 40. We'll go 20 if we must. 20, 20, 20 now, 25. £20 bid, do we see 25? At £20 coming back in for 25. At 20. Asking 25 now. GH Live at 20. 25, 30. 25 now, going back in for 30. It's against your GH Live. Going back for 30 and £25. 30, 30 bid, 35. £30 we have now to see 5. GH Live at 30. We're selling at 30. £30, 2077. 1451. We have the foot switches various, including the Boss example, Yamaha, etc. I have absentee interest here, so on their behalf, against you online, straight in at 30, asking 35. My bidder here at 30, do we see 35 for the group of foot switches? At £30 my bid, 35. I've got 40, coming back for 45. £40 my bid, 45, internet, 50, I have 50, coming back online for 55. I've got 60, one more for 65 on the internet there. I've got a bid of 60 against you on the internet, 65. I'm out, you're in, we're on the internet now, £65, do we see 70? 65 now, GH Live at 65, we're selling at 65. 65 2080. 1452 Yamaha YME8 MIDI expander, together with the other pieces in the lot there, the group. £20, 5, 25 bid, do we see 30? Here on the internet, £25, asking 30 now, do we see £30? 30 we do, £30 bid, asking 35 now. At £30, 35, 40. We're going 40, £35 now we have. GH Live's back at 40, asking 45. We're bid at 40, do we see 45? Final call for 45, we'll sell at 40. £40, 2006. 1453, 2 Yamaha DX7 voice ROM cards. 101 and 102. Fully described there for you. Lot 1453. And at £40 we see 40. Asking 40 now. 40 coming in on this one. We'll start at 20 if we must. 20, 20 and 5, 20, go 25 now. 25, 30, 25 now, easy live internet, 30, 30, 35, 30 bid, asking 35 now. At 30 here, do we see 35? Final call then for 35. We're selling. We're going 35 now. Do you see 40? Coming back for 40? 35 pounds then. Internet bid at 35. We're selling 40. Still going 40 pounds. Bid at 40. Asking 45. Coming back in for 45. One more for 45 if you like. We'll sell at 40, 45, 45 and 50. 45 bid. Do you see 50? At 45. Selling at 45. 45. 2027. 1454, 2 Yamaha DX7 voice ROM cards. 103 and 105 in this one. And there's more to come after this. So 1454, start again, 20 and 5. £20, we see 5 now. At £20 coming in for 25 for these two, 25, 30. At £25, 30, 35. At £30 now, coming back for 35, 35. Bid online, holding online. We see 40 now. £35 bid, do we see 40? £35 then. Internet bid at 35, we're selling at £35, 40, still going 40, and 5, 45, 50, we found a level, £45, we'll sell then at 45, all done at 45, 50, you're running out of time, you need them, £50 bid, done 5, £50 bid, you're coming back for 55, are we done at 50, selling at 50, £50, 2027. Next up, 1455, the next two Yamaha DX7 voice ROM cards, numbers 106 and 109, and we're straight in at £30 with the internet there, £30 and 5. £30, do we see 35 then? £30 bid, 35, 40, we'll get there shortly, 40, going in for 40 on the internet, 40 bid, 45, 45, 45, 50, 50, 55, 55 and 60, at £55 we see 60, 55 then selling at 55, 60, we're still going, you're running out of these, get them while you can. £60 we see 5, £60 we're selling, Hammers here selling at 60, £60, 2027. 1456, the Yamaha 107 David Bristow's special selection voice ROM card, and the DX7 data cartridges as described there. 1456, and where should we start? Should we try for 60? Going for 60, asking £60 on this group here. Do we see 60? 60, 60. We're going to open at 40 then, 40, 40, 45, 45 then, 50, 45 now. Do we see 50? Any 50s, final call for 50. If not, we move on. £50 bid, 55 now. £50 we have. Below estimate, but we're selling at £50. All done at 50. GH Live at 50. £50. Same buyer, 2027. 1457, we have 4 Roland D50 data ROM cards as numbered, and the memory cards, etc. And bids racing away up to 95, 100, 110, 110 now bid, 120 at £110 bid. Friends over in Germany, international bidders 110 on GH Live. Do you see 120? You're asking 120, selling at 110. 110, 2479. 1458, 2 C-Lab X-Ram 128 voice cartridges for the Yamaha DX7. Boxing case there, £40 we're bidding as I'm introducing, £40 bid, 5, 45 now, asking 50, 45 bid, on the internet there, 45 to see 50, at £45 selling at 45, 50 still going, £50 bid and 5, 55, come back for 60, £55 we see 60, £55, 55, 2875. 1459 Yamaha BC1 breath controller, pouch and box as described there for you. I have absentee interest, I can go in on their behalf against you on the sale room at 25. You're coming back for 30, I've got 35, asking 40, I'm out, you're in now, £40 bid on the internet, 40, do you see 45? £40 bid, do you see 45 now? At £40 and selling here at 40, 45 new bidder here at Easy Life, 45, 50, 50 still going on the internet, 50, 55, £50 bid now, do you see 5? Last call for 55, we're selling at 50. £50. Bidder 8013. 1460 is the Art X15 Ultrafoot real-time MIDI foot controller, and bids on straight in at £35 here. £35 bid to see 40. £35. We're selling at 35, are we? Final call for 40. 35. 2474. Thank you. 1461 Yamaha DD14 digital percussion drum machine. And we're away at 35. 35 bid. 40. £35 now here on the internet. Do we see £40? GH Live at 35. We're selling £35. 2936. 1462 is the Roland U20 PCM sample synthesizer keyboard. And it's case there, and the Casio keyboard as well, gig bag and stand. Nice mixed group, and at 60 surely, asking 60 opening, shall we see 60? Surely we see £60 there. We're going to about 40 if we must, 40 and 5, 45 now, 50. 45 coming in for 50, no bids of 50. Order are we? Selling.com at £50, £50 bid, do we see 5? 55, asking 60 now, £55 coming back on the sale room for 60. At £55 then, 60, hovering, last call for 60. We move on today to 1463 SoundLab dual compact disc rack unit with the fader unit as well. Straight in online at 55, jump in 65, £70 bid, do see 5. At £70 here, Easy Live Auctions at £70. £70 bid, asking 75 now. We'll sell at 70, all done at 70. £70, one below 43. 1464 is a recording studio setup, recently removed from a decommissioned London-based recording studio. Quality and a good bit of provenance there, and looks the business to me. And at £200 and 220 we have bid. Easy Live Auctions at £220. We see 240 at £220 now. Below estimate, but we'll take the bid. We're selling at 220, 240. New bidder in the room, thank you, sir. 240. 240 and it's holding here. 260, they're back online. 280, 280 bid. 300 do we see then? At 280, room bid against you on the internet. You're coming back for £300. 280, selling then. Gentleman seated in the room at 280. Thank you, sir. 280. He's happy. He's happy. Have you got a number for me? 352. Well done, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
1465 is the Alpha Audio 8 amp Pro sub 12 subwoofer speaker. I have absentee interest straight in £80. We see 5 against my bidder here at £80. We see 5. £80 then. 5. 90. You go 95 if you'd like. £90. My bid at 90. Do we see 95? Coming back for 95. Selling at 90. All done at 90. £90. That's my bidder at 33. 1466 is a Native Instruments complete control keyboard, PSU included. Straight in at 250. Thank you on the internet there at 250. Do we see 260? Bid at 250. Do we see 260? GH Live at 250. We're selling at £250. 250. 2024. 1467 Yamaha Motif ES7 music production synthesizer keyboard. Manuals and cable in a heavy duty flight case. 220, 240, 260, 260 bid. Do we see 280 now? 260 here. On the internet, 260. Do we see 280 elsewhere? We're selling. All done are we? 280, £300, £300 bid. Do we see 320? £300 now. Are we selling now 300? 320, still going 320. Do we see 340? 320, they're asking 340. All done at 320 and selling at 320. 340, we're still going. Don't let this go, don't regret it for one more. 340, coming back for 360. At 360, yes you are, 360, 380, 360 asking 380. Final call for 380, any 380s, selling 360. £360 to, sorry I missed the number, 360, 2666. 1468, sure, SM57, the next of the SM57s. Dynamic microphone, £40 bid straight in on the internet, thank you. £40 bid of 5. £40 we see 45. At £40 and do we see 45? We do, still going on the internet. 45, do we see 50? 45 then, GH Live at 45, selling at 45. £45. Bid still open at 50, we're still going £50 and 5. £50 out. Still on this one, sure SM57 at 50. You're coming back for 55. £50 and selling. 2873. The next 1469 is a Shaw SM57 again, opening at £40 on the internet and 550, 50, 55 we have on this one, 55, you see 60, 55 then. Internet bid at 55, we're selling, GH Live at 55. 2488. 1470 we have Shaw SM58 dynamic microphone, the SM58 now. And at £30 we have saleroom.com, 5, 40, £40 bid, thank you, £40 and 5 do we see, £40 now, 45, 50, jump in 55, 60, 55 then, GH Live at 55, we're selling at 55, all done, 60, 5, 65, we're bid back at 65, now do we see 70, £65 and selling at 65, 65, 2811. 1471 is the next Shaw SM58, the dynamic microphone, £30 bid straight in on the saleroom.com to see 5, 40, 5, 50, 55, 60, 65, £60 now bid, 65, 65, 70. At 65 now to see 70, 65, saleroom.com at 65. 70, I've not got good enough reactions, but we're still open. £70 we see 5. At £70 now, back with GH Live, asking 75. Are we done? All done, final call, £70. £70. 2811. 1472 is Shaw model F520D controlled magnet microphone. And I have absentee interest as well on this one, so on their behalf against you online, straight in at 40, 45 if you'd like. 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. I've got 90, do you see 95? At £90 then, my bidder against you on the internet, 95 you're back, 100, 110. At £100, still holding my bidder at £100. Don't try that, £100. 110 they're back, 120 I've got, we go 130. At £120, all done my bidder here at 120, all done offshore. 120, bidder 2619. I really don't know if he's here, is he? Try me. 2619. 1473 is a Tascam MS16 reel-to-reel tape recorder. Lots of bids flying in. Interest on this one at 420, 420. I have 420 now. 440, 460, 460 bid, 480. 460 here, 480 at £460. All done at 460. Final call for 480, 480, £500, 520, 550, 580. At 550, do you see 580? Final call for 580. At 550 here, selling at 550, 580. 580, going back for 600, 600 bid, thank you, £600. We see 620, £600 then. Internet bid, 600, we're selling. £600 to 2581. 1474 is the next Tascam MS16 reel-to-reel tape recorder on its rack trolley as well. We're going to reach the lofty heights again. £300 I am away on the internet there, £300 anymore on this one. 300, 320, 340, 360. Any more for 360, 380, 380 and 400. £400 on this. 400, yes, 420, still going 420, 440 at 420. Holding on the internet here at £420, 440, 440, 460, 460 bid, 480 at £460 now. Do you see 480? Final call for 480. Selling then at 460, 480. We're still getting 480. Do you see £500? 500 bid, 520 at £500. All done. Hammers here. Final call. We're selling at 500. Bidding at 520, 520, 550, 520. Coming back for 550. Still open at 520. Do you see 550? All done. Final call. 550, 580 at 550. Do you see 580? £550. Are we done? 550. All done at 550. Thank you. 2613. 1475. We have the Deutron Mr. Bassman bass pedal unit within its wooden case. Lot 1475. We can start on this one. £200 opening. Shall we see £200 on the bass pedal unit there? £200, 200. We'll start at £100 then if we must. £100. Any bids there coming in at £100? Try me for 100. All done, are we? No bids at 100. £100. New bidder online. 100, 110. At £100 asking 110, 110, 110, 120. At 110, 120, 130. We're going now. 130, 140. At 130, asking 140 now. At £130, we see 140. Final call for 140. 140. There you are. 140, 150, 150, 160. At 150 now, asking 160. 160, 170, 170, 180. They want it now. £170. Coming back in for 180. At 170, do we see 180? 180, 190. GH Live at 180. Selling at 180. All done at 180. 180. 2583. 1476 is the Elka Professional PM13 bass pedals. So the next lot of bass pedals there. Lot 1476. And we're away at £70 on the internet there. 75. 70 now, do we see 75? 75. 75 bid, 80. 80 bid now, do we see 85? 85 now, 90. Going 90. 5, 100, 110. 110 bid, 120. At 110 now, do we see 120? At 110, do we see 120? Final call for 120. All done. We're selling at 110. 110. Sell room 8067. 1477. Motu 16A audio interface. 1477. And where to start this one? We'll see 250. Asking 250 to be in. At 250. 220 then. Do we see 220, 230, 240, 250? We're back at 250. 260. At 250. Do we see 260? We'll sell then at 250. All done at 250. Sold. 250, 2956. 1478 is the Motu 16A audio interface. Got 1478, 250 again to open here. You'll see 250 to be in, 250, 220, 240. We'll take the 250 if we must, 250 to be back. 240 is against you online, 260 we're going now, 260 on the internet there, 260. Do we see 280? £260 then, GH Live at 260, we're selling. 280, still going, 300. 280 coming back for 300. Final call for £300, all done. 280. 2583. 1479 is the Motu 16A audio interface. 240, 260, coming out for 280 again. Against you, it's here in the room against you online. You're coming out for 280, 280, 300, £280 bid. Do we see 300? All done at 280. We'll sell it at £280.
What is today?
2262. 1480 is the next Motu 16A audio interface. Again, opening at 240, 260, 260. Do we see 280? At 260, asking 280 to be in. At £260, 280, 280 bid, 300. Do we see £300 asking? £300 bid, 320. Bid at £300. Internet bid at £300. Are we selling then? All done at 300. 300, 3036. 1481 is the Motu 16A audio interface. The next of these, 1481, 240. Do we see 260 then on this one to be in? Here at 240 holding, do we see 260? Final call for 260. No bids there, 260. 260, we're back, 260, 280, 280. Asking 280, we have 260. Do we see 280? We'll sell at 260. 2077. 1482 is the Motu 24 audio interface. Lot 1482 and 65 coming in for 70, are we? 65 opening here with interest of 65. Do we see 70? 65 now, do we see 70? Below estimate, we'll try for 70. 70, 70. 65, no bids of 70. All done, are we? 1483 Motu Audio Express audio interface, and we're bidding away at 25, 35, 35 bid. Do we see 40? Bid at 35 on the internet here, 35. Do we see 40? 35 now, selling at 35. 35. 2014. 1484 Motu HD Express HDMI video interface. £18, we see 20. Coming in for 20 on this one. At £18 only, do we see 20? 20, surely we'll see £20. No bids there at 20. £20 bid, do we see 25 now? £20 taking the bid, it's a selling bid at 20. Do we see 5? £20. 1485 Motu ultralight AVB audio interface, £60. We're straight in online, 65 anymore. £60 now, 75, 80, jumping £80 now, and 585 going 90, £90 bid, do see 5, £90 now, GH Live at 95, do see 100, 95 I have bid now, 95 do see £100, final call, Hammers here asking 100, £100 bid, and 10 at £100, still on the internet here at 100, we're selling at 100, 110, 120, 110, still going 120, at 110, last call then at 110, 10, 3036. 1486, the Motu 4 Pre 6x8 hybrid Fireware and USB audio interface. And straight in on the internet there at £40, bid and 5, and going 50, 55 are asking. Bid at 50, do we see 55? We'll sell then, internet 50, 55, still going 55, do we see 60? 60 we do, and 5, £60 bid, do we see 5? That's £60 now, do we see 65? Last call then for 65. £6. 2014. 1487 Harman Lexicon. MX400 dual stereo surround effects processor rack unit. And straight in at £25 online, taking the bid. 25, do you see 30? 30, 35, 40, 40, 45, 50, 50, 55, £50 bid, do you see 5 now? 55, 60, 60 and 5, £60 bid, asking 65, 65, 70, 70 and 5, £70 bid, do you see 5? That's £70 on the internet now at 70, do you see 5 elsewhere? We do £75 bid, and 80, 85, 90, £85, do you see 90? We do £90 bid, 95, 95, 100, £100 and 10, £110 bid, do we see 120? Still going on, more in this one, are we? 110, 120, 120 bid, 130. Come this far, don't miss it for one more. 120, do we see 130? Last chance for 130. Final call, Hammers going down here. 120. 120. 2583. 1488 is the vintage Moog Mini Moog Model D synthesizer, made in USA. Internet bids flying in at 2,000, 22, 24, jump in £2,800 now. Do we see £2,900? £2,800 then, with our friends on GH Live at £2,800. We see 2009, we do 2009, asking £3,000 at £2,900. Still on the internet here, we're coming back in for 3,000 at £2,900. Final call for 3,000. There we are, £3,000. Invite you back for £3,200. At £3,000 we have. Bid at 3,000. Do we see £3,200 then? £3,000. All done are we at £3,000 and selling. 3,000. 23047. Well, 1489, lot 1489 is a Motu HD 192 high definition audio interface with 12 channel expansion. And 25, coming in for 30 are we? £25, we see 30. £25 now, asking 30, coming in for 30. A lot there for your money for 30. £25, final call for 30. Bid at 30, taking the bid, 30, we're still open, £30. Asking for 35 now. Are we selling then at £30? All done at 30. 1054. 1490. Got a whole page of Motu. 1490, Motu HD 192 audio interface. £25 coming in for 30. Coming in for 30 again on this one at £25. We see 30 at £25. They're coming in for 30. Final call for 30. No bids of 30. 1491 is the next Motu HD 192. And £25 need 30. Coming in for £30 are we? £25 holding here to see 30. Invite you in for 30 for one more. Take it away for 30. All done are we? 1492, Motu HD 192, the same again, up 20 and 5. Take the 25 if you must. 2020 coming in for 25 now. 25 bid, GH Live 25 to see 30. Serum.com, too late. 25 coming in for 30 though. One more for 30 and £25 then. Internet bid at 25. £25. 2795. 1493 is the next Motu HD 192 audio interface at £25 we have bid, GH Live at 25 to see 30. At £25 now it's coming in for 30, Selling.com you're coming in. £25 we're selling at 25. 2025. 077. 1494 is the next example. Mo2 HD 192 audio interface rack unit. Turn at 20. Do you see 25? You're coming in for 25? 25 no less. All done at 20. 1495 is the next HD 192 audio interface rack unit. 25 we need. 25 you're coming in for 25. All done, asking 25. 1496, something a little different now. The Mo2 896 Firewire audio interface. At 35, going in for 40 on this one. £35 asking 40. You see 40, 40, 40. No 40s. 1497 is the Mo2 828 Firewire audio interface and the Firewire Mark III. 1497 at 25 asking 20 in. Do we see 25? At 20, do we see 25 now? Do we see 25? 25, jump in 30 now. £30 bid and 5, 35, 40. £35 now, do we see 40? 35, do we see 40? At £35, selling at 35. Bid at 35, 3036. 1498, two Mo2 828 Firewire audio interface rack units. Two in the lot there. And at 25, do we see 30? £25 now, coming in for 30, are we? £25 then. Holding at 25, need the 30. Coming in for 30. Final call for 30. £30 bid, 30, and we're taking the bid 35 now, 40. 35 we have on internet there at 35. Do we see 40? At 35, selling at 40. £40 now, do we see 45? At £40. GH Live at £40. Asking 45. All done at 40. £40. 2795. 1499 Mo2 16A audio interface rack unit. Open at £100, shall we? Do you see £100 to be in? At £100 get started. 100, 100, 110. Want it now? 110, 120. At 110, we see 120, 120, 130, 130, 140, 140, 150, 150, 160. 160. Jump in 170. We go 180. £170 then. On the internet here, 170. 170 bid. Do we see 180? Final call for 180. 180. We're back 190 and going 200. £200 then. Still here on the internet. GH Live at 190. Final call for 200. We're selling at 190. 190. 3041. 1500 is the Mo2 16A audio interface rack unit. Not 1500, and we're bidding away at 150. 160 do we see? 160 yet? 170. 170, 180. £170 now. Holding on the internet here at 170. Do we see 180 elsewhere? We'll sell then at £170. 180. New bid online 190. 200. One more for 200. 190 bid. Do we see 200? All done. Sell it at 190. 190. Bid at 3041. 1501 is the Mo2 24 audio interface rack unit. Lot 1501 and 50 away, shall we? £50 coming in for 50, are we? Found a level to start this. Should be interested at 50. 50 surely. £50 bid. 50, 50, 55. Yeah, 55, 60. At 55 now, Holden. It's against you on the internet. You're coming back in for 60. 60, yes you are. 60, 65, 65, 70. Asking 70 now. At 65, do we see 70? Final call for 70. 65 then, all done at 65. 1502 is the Mo2 24 audio interface rack unit. Any end to the Mo2s? 1502 we have, and just away at £50, we see 5 then. At 50-50, do we see 5? At £50, do we see 5? All done at 50, no interest 5. 55, 60, 60 and 5. 65, 70. One more for 70 if you'd like. £65, 70. 70 bid and 5. 70 holding here on the internet. Do we see 75? We're selling at 70, all done at 70.
Change it up, Chris. It stands for Mark of the Unicorn.
Mark of the Unicorn.
Genuinely what it stands
Reliably informed. 1503. It's the Mark of the Unicorn. MIDI Express rack unit together with the Mark of the Uniform. Uniform? 2408. I better not try too hard. 1503. 2 items in the lot. 1503. And we're away with interest at £15. We see £18, £18 and 20. Come back for 20. £18 now. Do we see 20? £20 bid. Do we see 5 now? £20 we're holding online. It's a selling bid. 25. We're going on the internet. 25. Do you see 30? Yes, we do. £30 bid. 5. £30 then. GH Live at 30. Do you see 5? 35. Yes, we do. £35 bid. Asking 40. At £35 then. Selling at 35. All done. 2583. 1504 is the next Motu MIDI Express 128 rack unit. 2 in the lot there with the Mark III as well. £18 coming in for 20. 25, 25 bid now 30. 25 bid on Easy Live Internet at 25. Do you see 30? Yes, we do. £30 bid. 35 we're asking. £30 bid. Asking 5. 35. 40. 35 now. Do you see 40? £35 bid and selling at 35. 40. 40 bid. 45. Selling at 40 then. All done at 40. 45. 50. Hurry along for 50. Final call for 50. 45. 50. We're still going. £50. £50. We're still open. £50. We see 5. GH Live at 50. Coming back for 55. Yes, you are. 55 and 60. Final chance for a Motu. 55. 60. We have bid at 60. Do we see 5 now? £60. Selling at 60. £60. 2583. 1505 is the Metric Halo Mobile 2882 audio interface. What 1505 and at 65 do we see 70 then to be in. 65 now asking 70. At 65 with interest here do we see 70 to be in. £65 now do we see 70. Final call for 70. All done are we? No 70s. 1506 2 DigiDesign 64-bit expansion chassis rack units. One with the UAD card as described there. Full description for you. 1506. Let's start this one. That's 75. Going in for 80. Well below estimate. We'll take the bid at 80. If we must £75, do we see 80? £75 now. 80. 80 bid. On the internet here at 80. Do we see 5? 85 now. Yeah, try 85. 90. £85 now. Do we see 90? At 85. Coming back for 90. At £85. 90. 95. 95, 95, 100. At £95 now to see 100. At 95 then, all done, 100, they're back, 100, 110. £100 holding then, GH Live at 100, we're selling at 100. No more, £100. 2583. 1507, 3 DigiDesign MIDI audio interface rack units. 3 in the lot there, straight in at £40 on the internet, thank you, and 5. Any more on this one? 45, 50, £50 bid and 5. £50 bid, do we see 5? Last chance for 55, 60. Still going 60 and 5. £60 bid and we're asking 65 now. Are we done then? We're selling at 60 here on the internet. 60. £60. 2130. 1508, 3 DigiDesign Sync audio interface rack units. And at 55, coming in for 60, are we? 55 asking 60. 55 with interest here. Do we see 60? £60 for the 3 rack units there. It's £55. We see 60. Final call for 60. 1509, 2 DigiDesign Sync audio interface rack units. £25 coming in for 30, are we? £25 now. Do we see 30? £30 no less. We need the 30. Coming in for 30. 1510, 3 DigiDesign 192 audio interface rack units there. And I have interest here at 45, 50, £50 bid. Do we see 5? At £50. Any more for 55, 60 and 5. 65, 70, £70 bid. Add 5, we're asking. £70 here on GH Live on the internet, £70. All done at 70. 5, 80, 80, we're back at 80. Still going our way at 85. Last chance for 85. We'll sell then. Hammer's going down at 80. 2130. 1511, 3 DigiDesign 192 audio interface rack units there. £50 straight in again online. £50 and 5. £50 are coming back in for 5. £50 then 5. 60. £60 we have bid for 5. £60. Any more for 65. All done. We'll sell them at £60. 2130. 1512, 2 DigiDesign 192 audio interface rack units. And we've lots of interest here on the saleroom.com, holding now at 100 and 110 bid, 120, 120, 130, 140, 140, 150. At 140 now, 150, 160, going GH Live at 160, coming back online for 170. At 160 then, bid, internet 170, 180, Still going 180, asking 190 now. 190, 200 pounds, bid, 200, we have 200, asking 220, 220, 220, bid, 240 then, at 240, 260, 280, 280, we have 300, still going 320. Better lot this one at 320 pounds, we see 340. At 320, are we done then? All in, are we at 320? 2878. 1513, 3HH electronic MI 100 5-channel PA amplifier heads. Lot 1513. And we're going to start this one at £20, 25 no less, coming in for 25. At £20, we'll take the 25 though if we must. £25. Mix off 25, 30, 30 bid, 35. At £30 now, still cheap, £30 coming in for 5, 35, 40. 40 bid and 5, £40 now. On the internet, 45, 45, thank you, 50. 45 then holding at 45, last chance for 50. Selling at 45. 2795. 1514 Carlsbro Cobra 1100 4-channel PA amplifier head with the pair of PA speakers as well. Nice setup there at £20 bid and 5, 25, 30, 35, 40, £35 now, £40 bid, £40, 45 do we see? £45 now, do we see 50? 45 now, do we see 50? £45 then, how is it going down? We're selling at 45. 45. 1AA43. 1515 Yamaha EMP 100 multi-effects processor. Lot 1515. And where can we start this one? At £15 do we see 18? £15 asking 18 to be in. £15 we see 18. £18 we have. And we can sell at £18 we see 20. GH Live £18, 20, 20, still going 25, you're coming back for 25. At £20 now we have bid. Asking 25, selling at 20. 2583. 1516 Yamaha MT400 multi-track cassette recorder. £35, 40 to be in, 40 starters, 40, 40, no less 40. Needs to be 40, coming in for 40, £40 bid, and we're away, £40 on 5, 45, 50, 45 now, coming back for 50, 45, they want it now 50, £50 bid on 5, £50 now, do we see 55, 55 we do, 60, 60, and still going 5, 60, asking 5, 65 bid, 70, 70 bid, asking 75 rather, at £70, 75 we have, coming back in for 80, we're there at 80, 85 then, still going our way, 85, come this far, don't miss it for one more, 90, at 85 asking 90, at £85, no 90s, selling at 85, 85, 2583, 1517 Korg MS2000 analog modelling synthesizer keyboard, £90 away, 5, 100, 100 we'll take, 110, 110, 120, at £110 now to see 120. 110 sellroom.com at 110 and selling at 110. 110. 8012. 1518 Digitech Studio Quad Effects processor rack unit to foot switch and manual, as well as the PV compressor rack unit, lot 1518. And 45, do we see? £40, so see 45. £40 opening to see 5. 50, 55, 60. 55 now, going back for 60, are we? At 55, holding to see 60. Final call for 60. All done, £55, 60, 60 bid. It's with you on the internet now at 60, we see 5. At £60, we're selling at 60. £60 to 2474. 1519 FMR audio, really nice compressor. It's a really nice compressor, everybody. 1519. And at £35 coming in for 40, are we? 40, 40, starts at 40, surely there's interest at 40. No one's marked this at all. 45, 50, now we're going 55, 60. 55 coming in for 60 and 5. 70 and 5. That's £70 then, holding. We're selling. £75, we're still going. 75 coming back in for 80. £80 bid, asking 85 now. £80 now, we see 85 elsewhere. Selling at 80, all done at 80. 85, saw you there. We're still open, 85, 90. On the internet, 85, final call for 90. £90 bid and 5. Don't leave it too long, don't want to miss you. £90 bid, all done at 90. 95, £100. At £95, we're selling at 95. 2873. 1520 is the SKB 8U rack case. And we're straight in at £35 on the internet. 5, 45, £45 bid, 50. 45 GH live at 45, do we see 50? 45 then selling at 45, 50 and 5, 55, 65, 70. £65 then selling at 65, 70 we have 70. Any more for any more, £70 bid, do we see 5? £70 selling. £70, 2130. 1521 pair of Celestion KRI4 monitor speakers. £30 straight in on the internet. 35, 35, 40, 35 now, do we see 40? £35 on selling at 35. 1AA43. 1522 pair of KRK Rocket 10.3 studio reference monitor speakers. And at 260 we're away with interest. 280, 280, 300. 280 now holding, do we see £300? 280 coming back in for 300 for one more. 280 asking 300, £300 bid, and we're with the internet now. GH live at £300. We'll see 320 at £300. Are we done selling? Final call any more for any more. 320, £300. 2873. 1523 is a sequential profit 2002 sampler rack unit made in USA. Full description there with the extras. And at 420, 440, 440, 460, 480, 480, 500. 480 now, coming back for 500. One more for 500, shall we? 480 holding, do we see 500? Last chance for £500, all done at 480. Hammer's going down here with me. 1524 is the Panasonic SV3700 professional digital audio tape deck rack unit. And bidding away as I'm waffling through that. 35, 45, 50, £50 bid. Do you see 55? 50 here on the internet, £50. Do you see 5 elsewhere? £50 and selling at 50. 5, 60. New bidder 55, 60. They're back 60, 65. £60 then. Saleroom.com 60. 65. Still going 70. 65, 70. Going now with the Easy Live auction. £70 bid. Do you see 75 elsewhere? £70 and selling at 70. £70. 1AA43. 1525 is a Sonorous Audio AD24 8-channel 24-bit converter. Lot 1525 there. And we're going to start 20, opening here at 20. We'll go 20, 25 then if you'd like. £20 asking 25. At £20 we get going at 20, 25 asking. £20, no 25, so are we sure? Final call for £25. 1526 is the EMU 6400 emulator rack unit. And 35, 45, 50, 45 now to see 50, 45 now hoping to see 50, 45 now holding to see 50, 50, 50, £50 bid, and we're going now 55, they want it now 60, 65, £60 bid, do we see 5, 65, below estimate, but we can sell now with £70 bid, 75, coming back in for one more for 75, £70, 75, still going, 75, 80, £80 bid, 85 now, at £80. All done are we? No we're not, £85 bid, and 90, 95, 100, £95 bid, asking 100, final call for 100, £100, still going 110, £100, don't leave it too late, don't let me miss you, final call, last chance, £100, 2027. 1527 is the next EMU XP emulator rack unit with floppy disks, etc. Lot 1527, and I'm straight in on the internet. £80 bid, thank you. £80 taking the bid at 80, asking 85. £80 bid, do we see 85 now? At £80, 5, 85, coming back for 90. 90 you are, 90 and 5. 95, 100. £90, 1, 5, 100, 100, 110, 110, 120. At 110 holding. Here on the internet, 110, do we see 120? 120, 130. At 120 bid now. 130 coming back for 130. At £120 all done. 130, 140, 150, 150, 160. At 150 now. Flurry of bids there. 160, 170. At 160 here on the internet, 170. At 160, 170. Still going 180. 170 bid now. 180. All done are we? Going once then, twice. Last call, 180, 180, 190, 190, £200. 190, do we see 200? Are we going to get there, £200? 190 and selling. £200, 220 then. £200, 220 coming back. £200, all in are we? Final call at £200. 200. 2027. Thank you. 1528 Audio Lab 6000N wireless audio streamer. Straight in on the saleroom.com this time at £80 here. Do we see 85? £80 any more on this for 85? We're asking. £80 then. Do we see 85? We'll sell then. No more? Are we sure? £80. £80. 8057. 1529 Yamaha MG124 CX mixing console together with the Sunhua condenser microphone. £40 straight in on the internet there. 45 asking. £40 bid. Do we see 45? At 40 and GH Live at 40. 2116. 1530 is a PA system comprising a pair of HK Audio Classic compact speakers. Good little setup by the looks of it. 1530 there. 95 are going in for 100, are we? We'll open nice and low for £100. Do we see? A lot there for your money. 100. £100 bid. 110, 110, 110, 120. 120, 130. 130 you're in. 140. 130 asking 140 now. 140, 150. 140 holding on the internet then at £140. We see 150. 150 we do. 160, 160 still going 170. 160. Do we see 170? Yes, we do. 170. We're going internet battle now. 180, 190. 180 here. GH Live at 180. Do we see 190? At 180. Got the hammer. We're going down at 180. We're selling. Final call. 180. 2992. 1531 is the Elasis Quadraverb 2 digital effects unit boxed with manuals. Lot 1531. 95, £100 will start again. Get things rolling for £100. Come in for 100, are we? 95 holding to see £100. £100 bid on the internet. 110. We're going on the internet now. 110. 120 coming back. 110 bid. 120 at £110. GH Live final call for 110. We can sell 110. We're selling at 110. That's 2875. 1532 is Sony compact disc player together with the Sony stereo turntable. Two in the lot there. 1532. And 45, shall we see? 45 asking. 45, do we see? 45. 40 then. We'll take 40 if we must. Try for 40, no less than 40. 45 bids now. They want it. 55, 55 and 60. 55 then internet bid here. 55. Do we see 60 elsewhere? 55 and selling at 55. 2873. 1533 is the vintage Ferrograph 633 reel-to-reel tape recorder. And at £50 we have on the internet there. £50, so asking 55 now. Easy Life bid at 50, asking 55. Are we going to sell then? 50. All done, are we sure at 50? Selling at 50. £50, that's to you. 1027. 1534. Crisscross of Ultravox there. Wilmslow Audio sub-bass flat pack cabinet kit speaker. And we're bid at £20. We're taking the bid at 20. 5, 30. 35 then. £30 bid. Do we see 35? Good piece of kit for the money there. £30. Do we see 35? Final call then. We're selling at 30. All done at 30. £30 to you. 2130. 1535 C Audio power amplifier rack unit together with the Sony stereo tuner. And at 65, do we see 70 then to be in for one more? 65 with interest here. Do we see 70? 65, we need the 70. Coming in for 70. Final call for 70. All done, are we? No bids there of 70. Not today. Moving on, 1536 Studio Master Series 2 24 track mixing desk. Full description there for you. And at 180, we're taking the bid. 180. Internet bid at 180, asking 190 though if you'd like. At 180, coming back in for 190 for one more. At 180, we're underestimate, but we're selling at 180. Final call, 190. Couldn't resist. Try if you look for 190. Holding now Easy Live Auctions at 190. Coming back for 200. We see 200 elsewhere. You've been outbid at 180. Coming back for 200. Last call for £200. We're sell at 190. That's 1054. 1537, we have the pair of Wharfdale Teesdale SP2 hi-fi speakers, and we're away. Well, we'll take £5 to be in if you'd like the speakers. £5 only. 555. Who's going to bid me a fiver? First in, take it away. £5. No fivers. £5. Internet bid at 5. Order are we? £5. Last chance. Any more? Well done to you. £5. 2873. 1538. 5 cheater electronic drum trigger pads. They look the part, these ones, don't they? So you see £30 on these. Ask for 30. Who's going to come in for 30 on these? 30, 30. £15 then. We'll take £15 if we must. £18 back in for 20, are we? At £18 now, coming back for 20. £18. Last chance for 20. Don't miss these for one more for 20. All done, are we? No bids there of 20. 1539, we have DPA 4099 clip microphone. And I have absentee interest here at 190. Do we see 200? £200. I have 200. Do we see 210? I'll take at £200. Asking 210. You're coming in for 210. £200. Ordered at 200. Then my bidder at £200. That's my bid. 15 on 5. 1540 is the next DPA 4099 clip microphone. And 190, do we see 200 to be in again on this one? And last chance on one of these. It's not really, there's another one. 190, do we see £200? We do £200. GH Live Online Internet, £200. We see 220 against the online bidder there. £200 bid, do we see 220? We'll sell at 200, all done at £200. 200 to 811. 1541 is the last of these, the DPA 4099 clip microphone. Saleroom.com, you're straight in at £200. You want one? £200 bid, do we see 220? £200. The last chance on these, £200 on the internet there, 200 asking 220. No further bids there of 220. We'll sell at £200. 8053. 1542 is the Sub-Zero SZPA P15 portable PA speaker, together with the Audio Concepts monitor and the Fender monitor group there. Lot 1542. Do we see 30? Coming in for 30, are we? 30, 30. We'll try for 20. It'll be me £20 on these monitors and speakers, etc. 2020. No 20s. All done, are we? No 20s. 1543, the Mackie stage box rack unit. Lot 1543 there. And where should we start this one? At 150, do we see? Try me for 150, do we see? £100 then opening, 110, 120, 130. At 120 then, do we see 130 coming in? At £120 we see 130, final call for 130. All done, are we? 130. On the internet there, 130, do we see 140? 140, you're back, 150. At 140, do we see 150? At 140, 150, 150, 160, 160, 170. At 160, do we see £170 now? 170, yes we do. GH Live at 170, do we see 180? 170 bid, 180. We'll sell it at 170, final call for 180. Selling at 170 here. 170, 2583. 1544, we have the IMG stage line TXS 626 wireless receiver rack unit, together with the platform rack unit. Lot 1544, 2 in the lot there, do you see 30? Try for 30 on these, 30, 30. 20 then if we must, 20, we'll take the 20, do we see 20? Who's going to bid me £20? £20, take these away for 20. 20, 20. Not today. 1545, Roland QD10, quick disc 10-piece set. Lot 1545, and we're straight in on the internet, £10. Do we see 12? Bid at 10, GH Live at 10, do we see 12? £10 then, we'll sell it at £10, all done at 10. £10 to you, 2479. 1546, we have the Roland RP102 digital piano. This is B stock and subject to 20% VAT on the hammer. Now make note of that, do your sums. There's 20% VAT on the hammer price, as you'll fully be aware. And we're still bidding away on the internet there. £100, I have bid 100, do we see 110? 110, 110 in the room here against you on the internet. 120 do we see though? £110 bid, room bid against internet. 120, 130, 130, asking 140 now. Bid at 130, do we see 140? At 130, final call, we're selling. Room bidder here at 130. Well done to you, £130. My bit of that. 1547. Have lots of fun with that, won't you? Roland RP102 digital piano. This is the next one of these. Again, new oblique B stock, retail stock. Again, subject to the 20% VAT on the hammer. So please do be aware, no surprises there. And we're straight in at 110, 110 bid, 120, 130. £120 then, Easy Live Auctions at 120 on the internet. 120, do we see 130? 130 bid, 140. At 130, you don't want 2, do you? 140, 140, 150. 140 bid, asking 150 now. Easy Live at 140, selling at 140. £140. Well done, 1080. 1548, we have the Korg LP380 digital piano. Boxed example, B stock again, lot 1548. And we're away at 120, do we see 130? At 120, Easy Live Auctions at 130, do we see 130 bid, 140, 140, 150. At £140, do we see 150? Easy Live Auctions at 140, 50, 150, still going, 160, 170. At 160, do we see 170, 170, 180 then? £170 still going on the internet, 170, do we see 180? At £170. All done, fair warning there at 170, final call at 170. 170, 2939. And the remaining lots from here to the end are no VAT on the hammer price there. So we're back to normal VAT, lot 1548, the one I've just sold through to the end there. We're back to usual, no further VAT on the hammer there. We're on to 1549 and racing away with interest at 160, 170 bid, 180, 170 on the internet here, 170, do we see 180, 190, 190 bid, 200. At 190, 200, 220, 220 bid, do we see 240, £220 now. Ordinary 220 and selling at 220. 220, that's to 2507. 1550 is a Korg LP380 digital piano, model LP380BK. Is the boxed B stock again. A lot 1550, and we're away at 110, 120, 120, 130. 120, going back online for 130 if you'd like. It's 120, it's against you on 130, 140, hogandselling.com, 140, 140, 150, 150, 160, 160, 170, 170, 180. At £170 now, we see 180. At 170, we'll sell it, all done at 170. 170. At 1551, we have the Korg LP380 digital piano. £100 again, away 110, 120, 130, 140, 150. Bid at 150, do we see 160? At £150. Selling at 150, do we see 160? Selling.com, you're coming in, 160, 160 bid, 170. At 160 now on the internet with the selling.com. At 160, do we see 170? Selling at 160, 160. 160. 8217. 1552, we have the Yamaha digital keyboard. This is B stock and this is subject to 20% VAT on the hammer price. Please note, no surprises there, £10 we have bid. GH Live Internet at £10 to see 12. £10 bid to see 12. At £10, sailing.com 12. 15. At £12 now to see 15. 18. £15 we have bid, thank you. £18 we see. Hovering on the sailing.com. You come back in for 18. £15. £15. 2777. Final lot of today's auction. Back tomorrow with classical guitars. Slight change in the format. We're back next Monday after the weekend with pedals and effects, various, all made nice and clear on your internet catalogues, on your print catalogues. So don't miss that. Tune back in. We've got guitars, classical guitars, heaps of musical instruments, classical and all the families of musical instruments in tomorrow's auction. And then guitars, electric guitar, pedals, effects, various back on Monday. So don't miss that. Make yourself aware of the catalogue. I'm sure you've all seen it. Hard to miss. We've tried to make it nice and clear. But the last lot of today is another with the 20% VAT applicable to the hammer price. It's the Roland RP102 digital piano, and I'm bidding away at £100, 110, 120, 120 on the internet, 130. at 120. Saleroom.com at 120, 130, 140, 140 bid. Do we see 150? At 140 with Easy Line, 150. Hovering on the saleroom.com, it's your last chance. Final one coming in, 150 bid, 150, 160. At 150 on the saleroom.com now, 150, selling at 150. 8217. Thank you very much for your attendance so far. Thanks for visiting us at Sale Room. Thanks for logging on online. We'll see you tomorrow with classical guitars, all families of musical instruments, and again on Monday for effects, pedals, you name it. We go again on Monday next week. Don't miss out. We'll see you soon.